Sucks. That one sucks
Oh,
to find out like an hour later. Because like something cool happened for like the first time all game, and you were like, I can't believe it. I can't believe what I just saw. And of course no one saw anything. So just ah.
I don't know what the hell happened, but for some reason all of my audio stuff was gone in OBS.
Oh,
Fun.
we'll distract things for a bit. It's all good.
Oh,
it's back now.
did you X
Oh,
out of the
okay, cool.
dock?
No?
Because I've done that before with the chat dock.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
like, where the hell is my chat?
Oh, I
It's gone.
accidentally clicked X.
Yeah.
No. Shoot. Um, I need to reset up noise
Welcome to the
gate,
wind station.
noise suppression.
We need a very long audio like stinger rolling
For
so you
sure.
can handle all technical difficulties during it.
Doing great. Everyone's doing great.
They can hear us, by the way.
They
They
can or
can?
cannot.
They can.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because I just checked it on my tablet.
Yeah, I see it as well on my second monitor here.
Yeah.
I had to I'm just looking back at the notes about acquiring the taste, and I had to honor that in my D&D session because it's still such a funny moment that I think about is both of the Aarakocras looking down at a plate full of chicken. Um, it haunts me a little bit. It was so funny.
Who was the person that brought up the quandary in the first place? I wouldn't
Shadow.
It
even
was you.
thought about it.
It was you.
Was
Well,
it me?
Yeah, it was.
okay.
That's hilarious.
Test.
Test, test.
Test.
What? Saying plosives. 1, 2, 3.
Red leather, yellow leather.
One fish,
Irish
two fish.
wristwatch.
Irish wristwatch.
New Hampshire sushi. So soon after surgery.
Oh, I don't know if I could say that one. Um, is there anyone out in Twitch watching land that could confirm that everything is sounding okay?
It sounds good to me on my end, but I
Okay.
don't know if you want to trust me with it. I'm just another guy.
Yeah. No, it sounds level. I just checked.
Okay.
You're not just another guy. You're the aviary.
That's right. Maybe not today though. I think
Maybe not today.
we did pull that for a good 2 hours. It was good, but
Yeah, it sounds good to me over on my tablet.
Okay. I will trust you. Um, sorry for the technical difficulties, folks. Something strange happened with my OBS setup. I do not know what happened, and I was trying to fix it.
we in the end we can just
would
blame
it
you for having to eat some food. It's okay.
I mean, would it be a ShadowCrew stream if there wasn't some kind of technical difficulty?
True.
We've had streams without technical difficulties, to be fair.
I think those are
Makes
more
it seem like
on
we're
the
so
rare
professional
side
in
than the
those
common
times.
side. This is probably a fault of when I was trying to fix things earlier because there was that thing, what was it, last time, where OBS had updated and I couldn't hear the monitor of the intro video or whatever. And so then I was trying to
Yeah, you
fix
were
that
saying
and I
that.
probably broke something else.
It's like programming. You go and fix one problem and everything else falls apart in the background.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, been there. Used to be a software engineer.
Never graduated, but I was a comp sci major.
All right, so
I've seen a computer. That's my
Nice.
welcome to Community D&D on the Arvin Elleron channel. I am your host and dungeon master for this campaign, Shadow Mage, he, him pronouns. We are on Arvin Elleron's channel, and we thank him for hosting our campaign. Be sure to check out any of his stuff if that is of interest to you. Um, I am here with my lovely group of friends to play some D&D. Um, and I unfortunately am going to hand it off to the person who's trying to scarf down food.
We can just go with basil first. It'll
This
be
is
fun.
discrimination.
Okay, well, do you want me to go in reverse order this time? Let's go in reverse order this time. I'll hand it off to Drew. Drew, how about you introduce yourself and tell everybody a little bit about yourself and a little bit about the character you play in this campaign.
Hello, I am Drew the Damager, and a little bit about me. I like long walks on the beach.
Ooh, sexy singles in your area.
Sexy singles in your area. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Drew the Damager. Tomorrow night, I'll be playing some Ori and the Blind Forest, but tonight,
Nice.
I am here. Oh, no, it's not Ori and the Blind Forest. Ori and the Will of the Wisps, the second one. But
good.
tonight, I am here. I am playing Tam, the elderly evocation human wizard.
Boom.
Great. Thank you very
Cutscene.
much. All right. We'll move along to Tilted, who is Tilted Gaming on Twitch.
Yes.
Tell everybody about yourself and who your character is.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. So yeah, I'm Tilted Gaming. It's he, him pronouns. I am a farmer by trade, and during the weekends, I go ahead and decide to play some RPGs and various other things. This week was Metal Gear Rising, which I know Drew was like, "Wow, you've actually played something different for a change." Um, but tonight I will be playing as a Raven Aarakocra Gloomstalker Ranger, who goes by the name of Cruce Swain, and he's of noble lineage. During the night, though, he dons his mantle and becomes a crusader of justice, known only by his moniker of the Aviary.
Great. Thank you very much. Hoodie.
I'm Hoodie. I'm writing notes from last session. Whoops. Hey, how's it going? I didn't see you walk in.
Yeah, you want to tell everybody about who you are, what you do, who your character is? I think you have it all written down somewhere, don't you?
I'm trying to find it. Hold on.
Oh,
Hold on.
no.
Somewhere. Hi, idiot.
You
read
went
this, but
third
not
in the
this part
list,
out
bro.
loud.
You have to have this ready.
I was writing notes. I told you. I let it all out. My name's Hoodie. I don't like long walks on the beach. What is it? I like hiking and travel. And what's the other one that I always see all the time? Hiking, travel, and adventure, I think it is. And it's just like, I don't like going outside. So I don't like any of those things.
Don't forget, last time we were all talking about like who of us
Touching
touches
grass.
grass or not.
Yes, I'm once again, no touch grass club. I don't like it. It's gross and icky, and it makes me feel like I should be outside more, and I don't like it judging me.
Okay,
And
Anakin Skywalker.
It's nice.
It's
all
coarse and it gets
coarse,
everywhere.
rough, and gets everywhere.
My name's Hoodie, he, him pronouns. I'm playing Basil Globberpot, Lightfoot, Halfling, Alchemist, Artificer.
Boom.
Hey,
Left hand? Left hand. Which one is civilian hand? I think it's left hand.
left hand
I'm
is
right.
civilian hand.
Got
Can
it.
I say that I'm always amused by how amused Yoi is at the aviary, and I'm also equally amused at how the only one of us that takes notes is the blind one.
My notes are. I wish I could show
Hey,
you.
I think
There
Yoi takes notes sometimes too.
I do take notes, yeah.
Oh, do you?
I
Okay.
take
Yeah,
minimal
it's just hidden.
notes.
My letters are this big. This
The
big.
thing
As
is,
big
is that I am terrible at taking notes. I've never been a great studier because I make the worst notes possible. So I just go like, okay, I know what's going on. As long as I know what's happening, I'll get the gist of it. It'll be fine.
I've
See,
carried. Oh, go ahead.
I never took notes, and then I took a lot of community college stuff, and I found out that if I took notes, they would always do open note quizzes, and I would just, it was like free money, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll start taking a lot of notes then, and I learned it overnight. It it seeped into me, and it works for D&D.
And Triffid has resubscribed to
Yay!
Arvin
53
Elleron
months. Ooh.
for 53 total months,
Dang,
actually.
4 years and change. Yes.
Also, hey Ribbons, thank you for stopping by.
Hype train. Hype train.
Oh,
train.
Shadow throwing in one. We get a hype train.
Train.
Yep, because I just shared my resubscription for
Let's
84 months.
go.
7 years.
Something like that, yeah. Yeah, actually, I think it is exactly
It's
7
like
years.
7 years on the dot.
Yep,
Yep.
7 years on the dot.
I can't even remember being alive for 7 years.
We COVID was but a twinkle in an eye 7 years ago. In a bat's eye. In a wet market.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, 7
It's
years
gone
ago was
by.
2017.
Gross.
That's not nearly as long as I thought.
No.
Listen, the math just wasn't there in my brain.
It's
Yeah,
like
7 years feels like it
Freaking
should be
Drew coming
2010 or
in.
something. Yeah.
6 years for Drew.
Hey.
yeah, it's like 2016 was like the year that everything started to go bad, and like because like after that
Yes.
it's like, what do you mean it's been 8 years since 2016?
Yeah.
Okay,
Good
I
God.
believe we did not get to Yoi.
Yes. No, just kind of.
We were stalling.
We were stalling, yeah.
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 But you guys did a good job because now my dinner is finished and I can speak unimpeded. So Yoi Lin, also known as Gubby, he, they pronouns, game and fiction writer. I make it a point to touch grass, so I am not on the internet all that much. And tonight I am playing Peach Candleheart, a barn owl Aarakocra Echo Knight fighter who loves his father very much.
All right, thank you very much. And I know that you say game and fiction writer, but for some reason tonight, I don't know what it was, but for some reason my brain parsed it as gay men fiction writer.
I mean, I could write that
Hey.
too.
I mean, we
Nothing wrong
don't
with BL.
judge.
There's
around
nothing wrong
here.
with that.
Hey, nothing wrong with BL as a genre.
Good old
Makes money.
slash fiction.
The alpha and omega. You really want to get into those fake wolf things. That's where all the money is.
Yoi is secretly Chuck Tingle.
That's velociraptors. That's not even alpha and omega. We're like velociraptors and T-Rexes seducing women.
Got a big head and little arms.
Yeah, I love that scene. Okay, so we pick up tonight where we left off last week. Huzzah! Only 1 week between sessions.
Not even. It's been like 5 days. Look at
Actually,
that.
yeah, that's true because we played on Friday last week.
Yep.
And it's now Wednesday.
So we should be a little less insane than last week when we hadn't played for a month.
Hey.
Don't
Don't put
make any
yourself
promises.
before the cart here, you know.
So, last time, the party went to the Undercliff area, which is east of Waterdeep, on a mission to try and figure out why there is a scarecrow or possibly multiple scarecrows attacking at least one farm, if not more farms, out in that area. And so they arrived to the Stout Fellow farm, and they did some investigating, and they talked to Jack and Mary Stoutfellow, who are distant relatives of Basil. Because why not? All halfling families.
I confirmed we all have a mixer.
Yeah. And then they talked to some of their workers, and I needed to pull an NPC name out of my ass, and I was going, and I accidentally said Zekrom, which is a freaking Pokemon.
Yep, a legendary one at that.
when I was trying to
Generation
think of the name Zephram. Anyway, so I guess that guy's name is now Zekrom.
Works for me. Gotta catch them all.
And they went out to the fields to stake things out and see what happened with some scarecrows, and Then there was a scarecrow that seemed to appear at the very edge of their vision out in the field, and Basil got super scared because when Tam put some lights on, it appeared at one place, and then he turned the lights off, and then it moved up like 5 feet, and it kept doing that, which is very funny. I like that a lot. And then they got into a battle with the scarecrow, and then they were asking around about like if the Stout Fellows have any enemies, and they have a big rivalry with a nearby farm, which is the Snow Beetle Farm. And they wanted to go poke around the Snow Beetle Farm, and they ran into some big trouble.
And a lot of mayonnaise.
Out of mayonnaise.
Yes. A
was
ton of mayonnaise.
It was the middle of the night, and they tried knocking on the door, but no one answered because it was the middle of the night and everyone was asleep. They decided, oh, we're gonna go, like trespass, and walk around the property, and then ran into a whole bunch of glyphs of warding, and then poked around a tool shed, and then
Hey, we teleported over them. Thank you very much.
yes, um, and then someone who must have been on watch noticed that something was going on outside and called outside and was like, is anybody there? And Basil replied saying no.
Yep.
Yep.
You sure did.
I mean, listen, he had to.
Uh-huh.
You didn't want us there in the middle of the night. I was just secretly helping you out, right? Like one DM to another. I was like, oh, we should probably leave. Here's an out.
And then there's a whole bunch of like magical alarm stuff went off, and there was dogs, and luckily due to mayonnaise and cloud of fog, they managed to escape through the orchard.
Mayonnaise and Fog would be a great band name, by the way.
Imagine that was our group name.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, I think that's canon now.
Oh, no.
Mayonnaise and fog.
Uh, and so then they made it back out to like the main road, and then they were like kind of like walking away and discussing amongst themselves about what they were going to do, and like if they were going to try and like go back and say, oh hey, we saw the commotion, what's going on, or if they were going to come back in the morning, which I believe was the decision that was decided upon at the very end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And just have
Now
Basil
he's probably went ahead and spent hours trying to work that out.
and have Basil try and keep his mouth shut, so they don't recognize his voice, and Cruz do all the talking since he's a noble and he might be able to appeal to their haughty
Sensibilities.
yeah, their
Mhm.
haughty sensibilities.
Yeah, I think I've got a decent storyline to work with. That won't connect my family. We'll figure it out.
So yeah, that's what happened. All right. So, right, because we did say that you were going to come back in the morning, so we ended with Tam doing his nightly roll to see if he lived through the night or not, and he did.
And he did. Very close, but he
It was
did.
close, but yeah.
And I imagine we're probably over at Hood's distant relatives, like housing in some way, shape, or form for the morning.
That is a good question. I wasn't sure if we had decided where exactly you were going to spend the rest of the night.
I'm sure the Stout Fellows would be nice enough to allow us to even stay in like the workers' house or
Mhm.
something.
Yeah, for some reason I had that in my head, but I wasn't entirely sure if that was correct or not.
The workers'
Yeah, I don't
house
think we
after
discussed it
you,
because
you
we
know,
were running pretty late.
after you terrified the workers.
Yeah,
It's
we're just gonna lodge
fine.
with you guys now.
Okay. I may have
Well,
accidentally
good morning to you all, gentlemen.
cut off a little bit of our discussion as I was switching the scenes over because all of the scenes with the audio captures were broken.
No
I
fun.
forgot to fix that one. Luckily, it's only the 2 scenes that are important, and I can believe I have it fixed now. Okay. So, you are able to find some corners of the worker's house. 2 of you would be able to find beds that were available to be able to sleep the rest of the night away. Does anyone want to try and figure out who would be having the beds as opposed to just like rolling out
Oh, I'm
their...
sleeping on the roof. 100%.
Okay.
Is
I am
there
also sleeping on the roof.
All right. Well then.
In the
this is
cold
easy.
in the cold winter night.
We're
That
bird
one is
people.
easy.
So I guess Tam and Basil get beds.
My papa packed me a shawl.
All right. Then in that case, you'll all be able to have a sufficient long rest.
Excellent.
And it will be, in which case then, it will be well past dawn when you start moving in the morning. Probably about 2 hours past dawn.
All right.
So let's call that maybe about, if it's winter, 9 or 10 a.m. For early winter.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else that any of you want to do or note before you mosey on over to the Snow Beetle Orchard and Meadery?
Well, we
Yes, I
barely
think-
had the... Go ahead.
I think we need a sort of plan this time instead of just bumbling our way in there.
Good idea. I thought much the same, honestly. So I gathered that we're going to try and use my lineage's backing to get into this meadery.
That would seem yes, that would seem probably the best course of action.
Or
I
at
know-
least to express interest.
Yes, I
Yes.
could probably spin a convincing enough story that they'd be willing to let us in.
Yes, and they're certainly not
'Cause
going
I-
to recognize you because you were in disguise last night.
Yes.
And
Yes,
I have the ability to magically disguise myself. So perhaps I could go and be your bodyguard.
well, we could go ahead and figure out all sorts of different things to work it out. I would highly recommend that Sir Basil stay behind. Just for the fact that I know it'll be very, very difficult for him to not speak.
I was
Basil,
about to say, maybe they will recognize you as a relative of one of their, well, not enemies, competitors, which is a
Yes.
fancier way of saying enemies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basil's like rummaging around and like getting out a pair of like long overalls that are like denim overalls and a big straw hat. And he's like, I've been working on my accent all night. You can't, huh? Y'all wouldn't know nothing about whether or not my voice sounded the same.
Can't you drink something to change your voice?
I tried that. I did try that earlier this morning when I woke up the first time, and I made this instead. And he holds up a swiftness potion. Yeah, the thing I'm working on just is kind of like all over the place. So I mean, I have this. So if you need to get out of there quickly, you can have this. But or like if you need to trade, here you go. And just put it up like on a table.
The thing is, I don't want to leave you behind, Sir Basil, but I think it will jeopardize any sort of peaceful negotiations, at least for us to sneak in there, if we brought you along.
Yes, you wouldn't happen to have one of these,
And I'll pick up the vial and go,
that makes you invisible, does it?
and then I'll put the vial in my pack.
No, not. I mean, not yet. I've been working on something that I got it. So my skin is translucent, but you can still see my muscles underneath. So it's kind of disgusting.
Oh.
The look on Shadow's face.
But I'm almost there. I'm so close. I need another
Shadow,
level.
you were like,
Yeah.
Give me another level, esteemed DM.
Give me one more level for invisibility. Yeah. But for right now, no. I mean, I can do the all muscles, no skin thing, or I could be talking like this all day. Which I don't know which one would you?
I almost want to. So Basil, I almost want to say that you're my mute accountant. Would that be convenient?
I could do that. I could like rush my hair to the side, and I think I have a calculator in here somewhere. It just starts sticking out like shoes and bedding and all types of just like mundanery. A lamp comes out of the bag of holding, stuff like that.
Now, you must promise me to not speak though, because if you do, this whole thing, it all is ruined. Let's just put it that way.
Peach looks at Tam and says, "My father tells me that there is magic that can cause silence to be applied to a living thing. Perhaps you can do that?"
That one I don't know how to do, but I should probably learn it for times like this.
Would be useful.
I mean, I can try to not speak. I give you my word. I won't.
All right, everyone here, aside from Sir
Intentionally-
Basil, let's vote now. Should he be here, stay at his relative's house, or should he go ahead and come with us? Raise your hands for staying, and keep them lowered for not.
Well, what if Sir Basil, while they're distracted by talking to us, what if Basil can sneak into the house and maybe look around to try to find some proof of their wrongdoing? Or
I
some
almost feel like
connection
that would
to
be
these...
better for you to handle there, Sir Tam. You actually
want-
have a
hold on.
spell that allow you to be invisible.
You want me to sneak? Me? Do you
Yes,
remember all the
We can
mayonnaise
make a
I
very,
spilled?
very convincing story that you just need to go to the privy. And then you just sneak off, go invisible.
I have to lie
find
and
out.
sneak? To adults? Oh man, alright. Okay, yeah. It's gonna go great.
So
maybe
These are just ideas. We don't need to go ahead and commit to anything yet. We are not there right this second.
here's
Right, yes, this is just
here's
make it
another
plan.
thing to consider that perhaps was not known previously, is that the Snow Beetle Orchard and Meadery is also a halfling operation.
Aw, dang it.
Oh, so they might recognize him anyway, regardless
Ah,
of...
dang it. Can I do a history check
Sure.
if they are relatives?
Yep.
Oh no.
Ah, dang it.
It's Thanksgiving, guys. It's Thanksgiving all over again.
Just don't bring out the damn turkeys.
Nat 1, baby.
Oh,
Oh.
Why does
oh
the
no,
14
that's a 20.
Dirty
Wait,
20.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
It's a dirty 20.
It's a dirty 20.
It showed a Nat 1 on my screen. I feel like I'm going insane.
Says 20 on there.
Yeah, it
it
says
sure
20.
does.
All right, yeah, it was a 20. What happened?
Sometimes it doesn't match. I have noticed that. Seems like, wait, that doesn't seem right.
I was fully prepared to beef it.
Well, that's a decent enough roll, I'd say.
Yeah, I guess does Snow...
Oh, it's
Beetle
because you're a
Orchard-
halfling.
Oh my
Oh,
god, it just
right.
re-rolls it for me!
Yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, that's cool.
Okay, because I was like looking at the equation that I get when I hover over it, and I was like, why are there tildes around a 1? And I was like, oh wait, it's
Yes.
because he's a halfling, so it automatically re-rolled the 1.
You get the lucky feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It has been happening. Because I've been waiting for a Nat 1 to re-roll stuff this entire time.
Yeah, no, it does it automatically.
All right, great.
Oh.
Ain't that nice?
Yeah. So, you do get the dirty 20, which means that you do recognize the Snow Beetle name as being, like the name of a very rich and long, like long lineage of halflings in the area, but you are not related to them.
Okay.
In fact,
but
they often will like send like their sons and daughters out to like marry with other like halfling like kind of like aristocracy from other cities.
yeah, my parents are high society as far as like merchants go,
Yeah.
but they're not high society as far as nobility goes. So I was like, where does that fall? Are they like? I guess the question is, are these people that even I would have to act respectful towards, or are these people in the sense of, I mean, as Basil, no matter what, but or are they more on par with my parents?
They would be kind of like they would be like above your parents, but like barely.
Okay. uh, Basil goes a little white. Wait, Snow Beetle. Okay. Okay, so I'm not related to him. Good news, everyone. Great. So they can't immediately tell my parents I did something wrong, but they probably know my parents in some capacity. So, yeah, whatever you can do to make me not look like me, that would be great. Also, I could go as a ventriloquism doll, right? Or you just fully dress me up as a dummy, so I can't speak unless someone speaks for me. No. Yeah.
Might be a bit tricky.
Well, think about it, Mr. Swain. You could just be a famous ventriloquist, which is where you made your fortune, and then you'd always travel around with your dummy that sits on your shoulder, or like your, I don't know, your attendants carry
We're
it
trying
around.
to pass me off as a high-ranking noble that would be interested in their wares.
Yeah, they have hobbies.
Why would a ventriloquist go over to a meadery?
Why are you gonna poke holes in my story? I'm trying here.
I appreciate it, but I think we're missing the picture here a little.
All right. I could just be silent. I probably have some pretty mundane clothes, and I could hide the bag underneath some clothing and just kind of brush my hair back. And I have glasses. I put on giant, large, like magnifying glasses that make my eyes look huge. And I could just walk behind with like a ledger. Yes? No?
I
What do
mean,
you
that
feel?
might work.
All of this is leading me to believe that perhaps it is better if you simply stay outside, perhaps, on the premises.
I mean, I could do that too. I could like watch with binoculars from a rooftop somewhere.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fun for me.
Is it?
Well, I mean, I have to brew stuff. You guys don't normally see it because I normally come out of my room after I'm done like my daily check-ins. But I have like a lot of stuff that might explode soon, so I might be better.
You might not want to explode something near their property, though.
Oh, I was gonna fix it on the walk, but if I don't have to, that works too, right?
I don't think Basil really has a choice in the matter whether it explodes or
he
not.
really doesn't, and
Well,
I feel
it's
bad
gonna
enough as
explode.
is that we have to exclude him the way we are, but
But I just
unfortunately
need to
he
release
did
pressure.
speak up last night, so they'll definitely know his voice.
Is there anything else I can send you off with? Well, here, I guess take this. I'll take the necklace of hands off and I'll hold it up to Tam. Wear this.
Oh, what does this do?
Well, if something bad happens, I could help out from afar, with those guys.
All right.
No.
Sorry, which necklace was this?
It's my bless spell.
Oh.
Mechanically, this can't
Yeah.
happen, but Basil doesn't know that.
Well, as long as you're within range, right?
Yeah, if something bad happens, Basil can run up and activate the hands at like max range. But like he's just trying to give away all of the stuff that would be useful. So
Okay.
I'll hand the bless, essentially what is the bless spell, but it is mechanical hands on a necklace. And then I'll like, you guys, will you need mayonnaise? And he pulls out the alchemy jug from the bag of holding.
Oh no, mayonnaise is
you be
not
a mayonnaise
necessary
baron?
for this operation.
It also
No.
makes oil and grease and alcohol and water. Oh, and acid.
It makes acid.
Yeah, a little bit, but a
And
lot.
this all comes out of the same jug. I want to keep that in mind.
You don't drink. I mean, it's pretty gnarly to drink from the jug directly.
I would assume.
You clean it after you use it.
Yes. When was the last time you cleaned it, Sir Basil?
After the mayonnaise stuff last night. I'm not going to put it away with mayonnaise all over it. That's gross.
Okay, just making sure. What if it
I
had
mean, it's just-
acid? I'm just curious. What would be your preferred way of dealing with it?
I'm just a little shocked that it has the ability to make acid, and you usually use it for mayonnaise.
Oh, no, it does poison. Also, I pour some poison out every day.
Ah, all right.
Peach leans over to Tam and whispers, "The poison is the mayonnaise."
Undoubtedly.
With so many different things going through, I wouldn't doubt it, honestly.
Also, there's the horn, and I'll put the horn on like the table as far as like all my magical implements go. And there's the bag of holding if you guys like need to bring stuff with you, because I won't be there. So
Does the
Well,
bag contain anything that you will need in case we blow the horn and you need to come charging in?
I'll take my. Well, let me just. I'll pull the crossbow out, and then I'll pull. Actually, I don't think Basil. Everything else in the bag of holding that's important is already out. So
Okay.
it's like just the crossbow.
Uh, Peach takes the bag and puts it on Tam like he's knighting him and says, "You are a scholarly sort. The bag will make the most sense on you."
Yes,
Agreed. Now,
again, I'm
We-
probably going to change my appearance anyway, so yes.
we
I guess it
should
doesn't
go
really
under
matter.
some sort of fake aliases, that is for sure.
Ah, yes, we get to pick fake names.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I've already decided on mine.
Oh, what is it?
Barrock Talonstride,
Wow, that is very fancy.
noble from Suzail, Cormir.
There's no Z, Y, or X in it though. You think they're gonna believe it?
This is a normal name for our species, let me tell you, Sir Basil.
It actually
is-
does sound very bird person-y.
This is Hoodie taking a dig at the module.
No, that one's good. No, you're good for that one. Let's be honest, though. Your family honestly has the most normal names. Mary.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah. but Most halflings enjoy simplicity. Is the best way of putting it. Oh, also, Basil will start picking up rocks on the ground and go, "Hello, I'm right around the corner." Into one of them, and then, "You'll never catch me!" Into the other one, and put them on the table with all the other magical things. You can use those for distractions in case you get caught.
Thank you, Sir Basil.
Yes, that actually might work out quite well.
And I'll take one of them.
I will take the other one, and I think I will also take the horn.
None of these things require attunement, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Excellent.
Uh,
So I
Peach unhooks his helmet and puts it over his head, and he becomes quite a knightly figure indeed. And he speaks with his voice like vaguely echoing inside. "I shall be Vendatha."
All right. We'll make you my personal bodyguard, since you're more in plate mail anyway. It would make more sense. And maybe you're a more local guy that I've taken on upon as a retainer, Sir Tam.
A tour guide.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Who would
Yes,
prefer something else? I am flexible.
as a guide, perhaps I'm showing you around.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, actually, yes, that would work quite well. Yes, I knew a guide quite a few years ago. I could turn myself into him.
Excellent.
Yes.
Oh, one more thing. I go and reach into my pouch and produce this little bottle, and it's like, there's a good chance the dogs have our scent, so here's a little cologne.
Yes, that makes sense.
What does it smell like?
Oh, it's caught me off guard with that one.
Mayonnaise.
Shoot, man.
What-
Pine. It has a
what
very
do-
hefty whiff of pine.
So
Okay.
you guys smell like gin? You're ginning it up?
I was gonna say, what do bird people think?
It's not Sex
Yes.
Panther.
Oh God. Sexy singles in your
In your
area.
area.
All right, I think we've more or less got it. What was the name that you wanted to be addressed as, Sir Tam?
I believe the person that I'm going to be impersonating, I forget his. I believe his name was Max, or some such like that.
All right. Max. And what was your name once more there, Sir Peach?
Vendasa. It is my uncle's name.
And there won't be any problems with that, perhaps, for your
Oh.
family?
He will find it extremely funny.
Oh, okay, perfect. That's what we like to hear. All right, well, I guess we better get settled up and head out.
All right, I'm gonna go find a ladder. Stay safe, guys.
A ladder? Wait, where
I'm
are
gonna
you
get on a
going?
roof and spy on you guys from a rooftop with
Okay.
this, and I'll just raise the crossbow. What about it?
Got it. Got it. Also, it seemed they had some sort of crow that was monitoring us as
It was a raven.
Or sorry, a raven. Raven. My bad.
Shadow, just a quick question. From
Yep.
here, the main area, how far away is 600 feet? Would you reckon?
Mm-hmm.
That is the max distance of hearing the horn of silent alarm.
That is an excellent question.
Because that's where I would try to set up within that radius.
Well, you'd assume that like each of these like trees for the orchard would be like an acre, roughly.
I mean, it looks like the entirety of it. I mean, yeah, no, I can see that.
Does any of these versions of the map have?
Wouldn't it be nice if it had a measurement key on the map?
That would be nice.
I would assume it'd be roughly like towards the edges here, something like that. But I could be very much wrong.
The hope and dream is that it's like that far away. Like I can post up in an inconspicuous area amount of distance away and be safe for it.
Have one of those fake trees that they posted up over in World War II.
Yeah, Basil's just holding up branches for like a couple hours. Also, if there was combat, it would take Basil 20 turns
Yep.
to cover that distance. So,
Yeah.
it's not like a giant. We don't need to. Somewhere in the ballpark.
Okay, so apparently the distance between this and this is 868 feet.
Hot dang. All right.
So those two like little like guard posty things
Yeah.
that I pinged. Yeah.
So that's about like here.
That
Is
that
800 feet.
yeah, about the length of like their lane would probably be about 900 feet.
Yeah, Basil will just have no choice but to just, I don't know, whatever this house is over here, just get a ladder and get to the top of it and like poke out with. I don't think he even has binoculars. Just looking real hard.
Just a little squint your eyes real good.
Yeah.
Well, you're still appearing as a halfling, correct?
Yeah.
You could conceivably just like wander up like along like the side of like one of the orchards, and like there's like a bunch of like ladders up into the trees that you could just like go like up one of the ladders into like the trees and like spy from there.
As long as that's not something that's going to get me immediately caught. Right?
That is the key.
Because it's one of those things where Basil understands his liability that he is at this moment in time, and it's like doesn't want to even push that envelope.
Okay. Hello, Evebug in chat. Welcome.
Hello. If Basil expresses the desire to do sneaking, or needing to because we are out of the range of the horn, Peach will quickly dab, pass without trace on anybody, on everyone just in case.
I'm sorry.
All
Every
right,
time
well,
you
then
do that, I'm just assuming you're doing this. And then you just go ahead and cast Pass Without Trace on it.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to do that, I'll scamper up a tree to be within the 600 feet radius of the horn.
Okay, so everyone gets Pass Without Trace for the next hour, I believe it's how long it lasts.
Perfect.
Okay, let's go.
All right. Shall we?
As you guys are walking down the lane, Basil is putting on face makeup for like to look like he's part of the tree, and then he's putting dirt in his hair to get because he's bright blonde hair. He's like, all right, I think I'm ready. I'm gonna go now, guys. And he just like takes the immediate right into the orchard and starts sprinting. Scampers up where the first tree he can find is.
I appreciate how much effort he puts into these things, honestly.
Yes, it reminds me when I was young.
Oh no.
As he's running, he does like the trip, and he goes, yeah. And he gets back up and he keeps running into the woods.
All right, the rest of Basil's gone up a tree, I guess.
Yeah.
And the rest of you will approach.
So when we get to
main-
about right here, that's when I'm going to cast Disguise Self.
Okay.
And that's about
I'm,
the point Basil runs away as well.
I'm going to turn myself into a sort of tall wood elf with a green cloak and two very ornate swords on my left side. And I will say, so the person that I am impersonating is someone that I met quite a while ago. He was a sort of guide, and this is what he looked like.
You?
Probably no one of any note. I doubt he didn't ever did anything, important. So I shouldn't get caught.
All right.
You monster,
Fair
how
enough.
dare you?
I saw this coming from a mile away.
Yeah, the clues point in this direction now that I think about it.
Peach peers really closely and says,
Wow, this is a very good disguise.
Yes, I must agree.
Isn't it?
All right.
Yep.
So,
just a normal
Max,
party going to a normal meadery.
Max, Vendatha, and what was
Tharok Talonstride.
Tharok?
Yes.
Tharok.
Tharak.
Tharok will arrive in front of the main buildings, which again, there's kind of like the big large mansion, and then like there is the like event hall with gift shop off to the side.
All right.
Um,
And do we
there
see
doesn't
any?
there's
Okay,
like
go ahead.
there isn't really like anyone like outside at the time.
Mhm. So I guess we'll go check out the gift shop first.
Well, if you are a noble, I don't think you would go to a gift shop first.
No, you probably just knock right on the door.
Yes, let's knock on the door.
Just walk up and knock on the door then.
All right, so you go over and knock on the door, and it's like this like big like 12-foot tall like double door, and when you knock, you can hear like like distant sound from coming like somewhere off inside, and then like about 20 seconds later, one of the double doors will be pulled open, all like, you know, 5 feet wide, 12 feet tall, pulled open by like this 3-foot tall male halfling who looks to be maybe in his 30s.
A baby.
Oi, oi, snow beetle, right?
And then he'll just be like, how can I help you, sirs?
Yeah, I got
Yes.
a real nobleman over here. He wanted to talk to you.
Yes, hello, sir. My name is Theric Talonstride. I've actually journeyed quite a far ways from Cormyr, actually, Suzail, to be precise. And I was told by this gentleman here, Sir Max, that you have quite the selection of mead and other alcoholic beverages. I'd be extremely interested.
Oh, well, yes, that's true. Um, uh, Sir Farrock and Max and whoever your other companion is.
Oh, this is my bodyguard, Vendafa, sorry. Not a very talkative person, but a very reliable in their job.
Stately bow.
If you're interested in any of our wines, meads, ales, and or such, you can go visit the gift shop. And then he'll like try to like close the door.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking to possibly tour your establishment. Do you not offer that here?
Well, it's a bit of like the off season right now for us, you know, considering it is winter. We do have lots of stock available at the gift house, at the gift shop, and he's continuing to like try and close the door.
Well, all right.
Oh.
Well, I was hoping to get a tour around. I heard there was another meadery not too far down the road here that I could possibly go to. Maybe I missed the spot.
Yeah,
and then
no,
and then like the door yanks back open. And he says,
well played.
Yes. There is also the Stoatfellow farm, north along the road. Our farm and our meadery and orchard has been around much longer and has a much nicer product. Which I'm sure you'll find.
Yeah, I think my buddy here was planning on spending a little more than what your gift shop may handle.
Yes, I was looking to make quite a large purchase. Like I have said, I'm in Cormyr, and that is not a small distance, mind you. And I would appreciate, really, just... If I was going to do business with you long term, I really would appreciate to know the inner workings of your business, that's all.
Well, perhaps I should go get the boss then.
We would greatly appreciate that if you could.
While I go fetch the boss, how about you do head over to the gift shop, because let me assure you, like all kinds of our stock are available through the gift shop. It's just that if you're looking for, you know, such large quantities, then, you know, we'll have you talk with the boss. But you can go off and avail yourself of some samples at the gift shop. I'm sure Porum will be happy to help you. My name is Gregor. I will go fetch Mistress Snowbeetle.
Yeah, Gregor, run along and get your boss.
Thank you very much for your time, Sir Gregor.
And
We
he'll
will
just, like,
go ahead and check out the gift shop.
narrow his eyes at Max. It was like this. It seems to not be particularly happy with you. But then he'll again close the door and run off.
You like that little in there?
As we go to the gift shop, Vendafa says to the others,
This is extremely fun.
Yes,
No
I'm
wonder
having a
my
great
uncle is
time.
so happy.
Does he do this kind of thing often?
He is an adventurer, so I imagine he
Ah.
must.
Ah, I see. Well, I really am enjoying this Max fellow, honestly. It's quite a treat.
The person that I'm impersonating, he was kind of surly. I'm trying to make sure that comes through.
You're doing a fantastic job. I felt the
Excellent.
daggers coming out of that man's eyes towards you, honestly.
Yeah. Right
Yes, he really hated you.
then. Yeah, good.
I guess we'll mosey on over to the gift
let's go to the gift shop and look for
Shadow,
Porum.
please go over to the gift shop.
And then Max goes and terrorizes the poor sales associate who's being paid minimum wage.
Yeah,
What was the
everyone
name
thought-
again? I do apologize.
Porum, I think.
Yep.
Porum, okay.
Everyone thought Isol was the
Porrim.
bad guy. Malik could have been a true menace.
I'm enjoying how much you're enjoying this.
It's one of
Great.
those
Joke is
things-
for 4 people and only 2 of them are here.
I feel a little bit of vindication that I wasn't the only troublemaker. That's what I feel the most right now.
Yeah, I'm not-
Excuse you, when in the last bazillion sessions we've done has indicated to you that Tam is not a troublemaker?
Oh no. This group, we're all troublemakers, and no one can talk their way out of it. But last group, we had some 2 straight and narrow players, and they were very upright. They were a great difference to what Malik and Isol brought to the table.
I don't know if Shakunis / Roderick was necessarily like, however you described, straight and.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Shakunis was more of a straight dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Brace 100% a straight and narrow individual. Very upstanding, very graceful and smart. Isol Malik did not deserve her.
All right, so you can make your way over to the gift shop, which is kind of like this front area of this large event hall structure. There's like the gift shop on like one side, and then like the coat room for like the event hall on the other side. And as you enter in, you can see then that there are, like shelves and shelves lined with like wines and meads and jams and jellies and all of these kinds of like products that the orchard and meadery would make. And like they come in various different sizes. Like you can get like bottles of wine, or you can get like huge barrels of mead and all this kind of stuff. And then there is like a sales counter, and sitting on a stool behind the sales counter is a young halfling woman, who you assume must be Porum.
Are you Madame Porum?
Oh, hello, visitors. Yes, I'm Porum. How did you come to know my name already?
We actually
Who-
went to the
who are you
doorman
folks?
at the front with Gregor. He directed us your way because we were wanting to make a larger purchase of your stock, and he needed to get the lady of the house, as it were.
Yes. A purchase of larger stock, or perhaps maybe even an investor?
Possibly. I would definitely want to see how your procedures are done within the meadery before I invest, but definitely a potential customer for the future.
Well, we could certainly, you know, use someone of means and money supporting our business, even though we, we have a very successful business and it's been running for a long time. But those upstart rivals of ours down the road, the Stoutfellow Farm, ever since those ships came into harbor in Waterdeep with that Zardoz Zord fellow, he decided that he liked their wine and not ours. And that blew their business up through the roof.
I see. Well, I'd be definitely interested in finding out more. I was led here by my retainer here over in Waterdeep. His name is Max, and he was suggesting we go over to this establishment personally. So that is why we're here. We were directed to possibly do a tasting. Would you be able to have a tasting set for us to indulge upon?
Yeah, and then she'll bring out what is basically a bunch of flights of small shot glasses basically, and she'll be like, certainly, what kind of things would you like to sample?
Well, I definitely would like to have, first off, just your most reliable brew. By far, I always love when people go back to their roots. What was the first mead that you guys had put out?
Ah, yes, our classic mead then. And then she'll go off and, she has a big barrel behind, which is tapped and whatever, and she'll pour off, 3 of the shot glasses, and turns around and hands them out to you.
Oh, I believe you said, was it Max? Sir Max, you're not the biggest drinker, but you do indulge every once in a while. Would you like to hold off on these tastings?
No, yeah, you can have mine.
Okay. Fantastic.
Peach
What
doesn't
about you,
actually make
Peach?
that noise. I'm Vendafa, you dummy!
I didn't actually say it.
I also didn't actually say that. This conversation never happened.
I'm just sitting there like, please, gentlemen, it's okay. We're here to enjoy some drinks. Relax.
And then Peach does something very weird for him. He usually has very mincing body language, but now that he is his uncle, his movements are very languid and self-assured, almost lazy, and swagger-like. Just sort of, yeah, I'm casually using my glaive as a walking stick. That's not a walking stick, really. I could beat you to death with this, but it's cool. And he reaches over to take the glass and take a little sippy sip.
And I would also, of course, take a sip of the beverage placed before us.
Okay.
Is that... Quite the honey mixed into this. Where do you usually have it through the local bees here, or do you have them exported elsewhere?
Well, we, part of our operation is our own apiary.
Oh, excellent. I might want to go in and tour that at some point.
Yes. Was there anything else you would like to sample while we wait, or
Do you happen to have a good sherry about?
Yes, I think we have perhaps one of those. And then she'll
Perfect.
go
yes,
off
we'll
and
go
start
ahead and have a try of that as well.
She'll actually go off and start wandering around trying to find the right option.
While she is gone, Peach bends down quickly to the other two and says,
We should ask her about the security measures. Maybe she will let slip word of a wizard or a necromancer.
And then,
Perhaps.
as soon as he says that, he perks up even more and he says,
Or maybe we can get her to sample some wares as well, and then when she is tipsy, we can ask her about the security measures and a potential necromancer.
Something tells me they might have a little bit more tight-lipped on terms of their drinking policies. But who knows? We could see.
We could see.
And then as she starts coming back, he goes back to his uncle's body language.
Yes, I seem to have found a sherry. So only two of you are interested in the samples then?
Yes, for now. Sir Max here has been not only here as a secondary bodyguard, but a helpful guide, and he would like to keep in proper condition for the future.
I suppose that's fair. And then she'll like uncork a bottle and pour off a little bit and pass over the glasses to you.
And I'd just be smelling it and kind of just enjoying it for a little bit and go, now, what do you think of your brews? Have you had any of them recently?
Oh, well, I'm quite fond of some of the ciders that we have. I often drink those in the evenings after my work shift.
Oh, awesome! I see.
I'll tell you what, if you bring out 3,
You know,
you can
it's
have
quite
mine.
interesting that you folks arrived here today. Well, we had
Oh.
quite a certain commotion that happened last night. Woke me straight up from my bed. All of this noise and like it seems like we almost had like trespassers or something going on. The dogs were
goodness.
out, and like all of our like there's like we have wards on some of our back property stuff, just to keep the trespassers out, and everything got activated, and there's all this sound, and the dogs were out. I'm not
Oh my
quite
goodness, I
sure.
hope no one was hurt.
I'm not quite sure exactly what happened, but it woke me up straight out of my bed, and then,
Oh,
so
I'm
it-
sorry that happened to you yesterday.
Can I insight check her to see if she...
It just seems
is-
like quite the coincidence. That's all. Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make an insight
Insight
check.
also.
Yeah. Say tacking on at the end seems like quite the coincidence is the most incitable thing.
Nothing.
21 from
I'm looking at the wall.
Vendatha. 21 from Vendatha.
Okay. Just the two of you, or
I'll go ahead and throw one in there as well. Might as well at this point.
You might as well. I got a 1.
Mine's not much better.
so that
It's
was
the blind sight kicking in. She's within 10 feet of me. I can sense the lies.
that was a 3 on insight for Tam or Max, a 21 for Peach or Vendatha, and a 7 for Cruz or Therak.
Yes, there are.
And so she definitely, like, her body language is like giving off that like she's a bit suspicious of you lot, but like she is like it's just that suspicious, it's not that like she knows anything for certain. It's just she's like just like hedging herself.
We have just
But she was
recently
asleep.
arrived in town here. Sir Max, I was looking for a guide here in Waterdeep. It's a very large city. And I'm actually out from Cormyr, if you've ever heard of it, in southern
yes.
Suzail.
Well, welcome to the region.
Yes, thank you. It's been a very delightful trip, honestly.
Yeah, I know the city quite well. This guy
Yes,
here,
it's been great for this, honestly.
he hired me, and he said I want to go find some a winery that sells, good stuff. So I brought him here.
And then about at this point behind you, the door to the gift shop will open, and Gregor and a on the younger side of middle-aged halfling woman wearing a very poofy white shirt, and she has several rings on her fingers appear, and Gregor kind of clears his throat, and he goes, folks, I brought Mistress Snow Beetle, Miss Blossom, to come talk with you about your interest in, such a large purchase.
Ah, yes. And then I turn around and I walk over to Madame Snowbill. A pleasure to meet you, my good madam. And I go ahead and lift her hand up and do a courtly kiss on the hand.
And she'll kind of like get a bit flustered, and she'll go, "Oh, greetings. Um, may I have your names?"
Yes, my name is Therok Talonstride. I have come here from Southern Cormyr in Suzale, and I was here to seek out a larger purchase of your wares. As for those behind me, I have my bodyguard here, known as Vendatha. Very silent stoic type, but a great bodyguard. And one of the locals from around here, his name is Max. He actually guided me over here to your establishment in particular, and he said this would be the proper place to go and get a large containment of your goods.
Yeah, I heard that you guys get the best wine here. So I brought my rich friend here to come and take a look at things. Maybe he's going to invest.
Ah, well, yes, of course. I like to think that, we do indeed have the best wine and ciders and meads of the region. Certainly not like those stout fellows down the road.
I heard they got rats.
Heard they got rats. Well, I cannot speak to anything about their operations. I can only assure you that my operation does not.
Excellent, excellent. I was looking to possibly tour your establishment if it was at all possible. I know it's the winter months, so you probably don't have a lot going on in the background, but I would like to possibly at least see the establishment so, if I wanted to invest, I could get an idea of what you do here.
Well, you would like a tour? Well, I mean, we can certainly arrange for you to like see around, the orchard and the mashing operations and the apiary and all that kind of stuff. There isn't really all that much to see that's all that interesting, but we can certainly have that arranged.
Yes, that would be wonderful. And then perhaps we can go and discuss this within the main house and possibly see about further investments from there.
All right. Gregor, show them around. And then you can see that Gregor, who's like standing a little bit behind, kind of like rolls his eyes a little bit. And he's like, "All right."
Insight check. Can we get him to turn on his boss with the power of anti-capitalism?
Go
I think
ahead.
he hates us way more than he hates his boss.
Well, we can hope. It's
He
a
definitely
16.
hates Max.
It's a 16 from me.
My character wouldn't know what we're inciting for, so I just like, what?
Yeah, him rolling his eyes is more about having to deal with you than having to be ordered by his boss.
And I'm assuming he's taking us out of the gift shop and starting to tour us around, right?
Yeah.
So as he's stepping out, I do go ahead and hand him 2 gold coins. Just a little investment for the time you've taken for us. I do appreciate you taking the time for us here.
And he'll slip those immediately into his pocket, and he's like,
I imagine he will.
So I, the player, just want to confirm: you guys are going to take a tour of the orchard, where Basil is.
possibly out that way, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
possibly.
Just checking. Just gotta keep my head on a swivel. That's all.
Yeah, it's fine,
Also, I need to ask what Cruz is planning with this. Are we gonna beat him up in the woods and question him, or what?
The idea is to make it so we're more of like a savvy investor, that we'd actually want to care about the products and not just like, oh yeah, we're just gonna give you money.
Okay, cool. I was just double checking to make sure we're not actually aiming to jump this guy, because I
Yeah,
am
no.
definitely ready to jump this guy.
No. This is all about earning the trust, because right now they're very suspicious of what's been going on recently.
I guess also as a quick aside, can Basil like check the roads or the drive to see if like there's any actual comings and goings, or if it's just like the people who are here are the people who are here? That's just how it is in the off season.
Yeah, it's there's very little going on. You maybe see like maybe one or two other workers on the grounds and pretty far away from where you are. And other than that, like there's like the occasional bit of traffic going north and south on the road past, but like no one really coming in.
Okay. Was it like the same way at the Stout Fellow Farm, where it's like a lot of people home for the winter months,
Um,
or was that place jam packed?
that place seemed a lot busier than this one.
Interesting. I'm suspicious of them now.
Oh my god, they're killing the workers and turning them into scarecrows. You guys.
Oh my god.
Okay. Neat. Basil's in the tree, full like lying down on a branch with crossbow out, just looking down the scope with it loaded. It's like,
Please
"Come
don't
on,
just
come and
shoot
get
as
me."
we're walking through the damn garden.
That's just where he is. That's what he's doing.
So Gregor will start by taking you off to like the northern side of the orchard, and like he'll show off like that there, you know, like there's various different kinds of apple trees and pear trees and stone fruit trees, and then he'll guide you then to like he'll indicate that there's like the trespassing glyphs of warding as you go to around the back, and he shows you like that he has a charm on him that can turn them off momentarily and allow you to pass over them.
You have to beat him up. You absolutely must beat this man up.
That just like it's basically like while he's like with you, like in like a 30-foot radius of the charm, that they won't activate. Like as long as like he gives like the command word.
I see.
Do we hear him give the command word, I guess?
Yes.
Oh, what is it?
This is becoming more and more of like, we're gonna beat up this poor bastard.
Shadow's putting
Skadoosh.
it on a platter for you. Skadoosh. Skadoosh.
Of course it is. Oh man, I didn't want to kill anyone today.
I mean, we don't have to. We can do a non-lethal bonk.
And then he'll show you like around back, and then like there's like the place like
as we're walking,
yeah.
and he's in front of us, I'm gonna be next to Cruz, and I'm gonna look over at him, and I'm gonna move my cloak, and I'll have my my crossbow out, pointed right at his back, and I'll go.
I'm just literally just like, no.
No. Yes. No. Okay.
Remember, you have the wand of magic missile or something.
Right.
If you wanted to like insta kill him.
Commoner,
I
guys.
kind of just,
5
I'd
HP.
be still following along, but I just kind of lean back to like whisper into Max's ear. I'm like, do you have anything to possibly knock him out, like a sleeping agent or something?
Yeah, I got this, and I'll show him my crossbow.
Okay, no. Not that.
I mean, they're not sharp.
Yep.
There's no reason I got this thing. It's less lethal.
Yeah.
I like how, out of all things, for the wizard, a crossbow is less lethal than literal magic.
Yeah.
While we're touring around, could I roll something to just see if, I don't know, there's traces of an arcane ritual or any kind of weird magical shenanigans that might indicate the scarecrows are around here?
Sure.
What would that be?
Probably just like an Arcana check.
Okay, not my strong suit. Yep, that is a glorious 1.
One.
I know nothing of magic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
All you're really able to tell is that, like, yeah, there were glyphs of warding around, and he had this charm.
Makes sense, makes sense.
Yeah. And a raven does fly
I don't
overhead.
want to do anything to this guy. He's had a long day. He just doesn't want to deal with us.
Oh, a raven flies overhead, guys. Pay attention.
Raven's flying overhead, you said?
Just a raven flies overhead from kind of
I
one
see.
side of the orchard to, well, from like the south groves to the north.
Keep that in mind.
And then he'll continue showing you around, and then, you know, like, there's like the place where like they gather like all the fruit to like mash it down, and like the apiary, and all of these different parts, and then like there's like more groves at the back east side here, and then off to the south again, and then he'll kind of like stop when they get back to about here, and he'll gesture down to like the rest of the groves of trees, and like he'll say, well, that's really about it.
Well, it is a very, very well-maintained establishment. Thank you very much for the tour.
Yeah, quite fancy.
Yes. Well, here, let me bring you inside, and you can go do business with Miss Blossom.
Yes. I guess we're proceeding to the house.
And he'll kind of like stick his hands in his pockets and kind of like rock back and forth as if he's maybe expecting something.
I go ahead and hand him another gold coin.
And his eyes kind of sparkle, and he immediately slips it into his pocket.
Thank you for your time, Sir Gregor.
Yes, pleasure. And then he'll go up and he'll open the door, and he'll gesture off to like a waiting room off to the side. And he said, "I'll go fetch Mr. Snowbeetle," and he'll run off. And this waiting room seems to be very lavish, lots of like nicely upholstered couches and seats, and like a fireplace, and a bit of a library with like shelves of books, lots of stuff about like the history of the area, and like the lineages of families in the area.
Sir Max, I think it would be a good time to possibly look further into the house, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, and then Peach just silently hands him the horn, because he is going to be alone, so best to let us all know if he gets in trouble.
And at this point, Basil,
Yep.
could you please give me a perception check?
Uh-oh.
Of course I can. Yes, the thing I'm not very gifted in. Here we go.
Oh.
A 5. A big old 5.
Okay, a 5 for perception.
Keep in mind, if you have to make any stealth checks, you still have pass without trace.
Okay, so you do not notice it at first for about a solid minute or so, but this raven that keeps flying around the area is now perched on the top of a tree not too far from you. It seems to have not noticed you yet, but if it keeps hopping around in the trees in the area, it will notice you.
How
Like-
far away is it?
Oh no.
Probably like, call it 35 feet.
Okay, so it's within crossbowing range, is what I'm hearing.
Oh my god.
It it would have like 3/4 cover due to like all of like the branches and stuff.
But you're saying there's a chance.
If it continues hopping, it will eventually catch up to me.
Yeah, if it keeps hopping around, it will eventually notice you.
And if it's within 35 feet, I can't make any noise or I'm immediately done anyways.
Yeah.
It's a new day. Does cover apply to spells that require saves?
I don't think it does. I believe it's only attack rolls.
Yeah, I believe it's only if you have them in your sight, because that would make sense, because the spell goes around air.
Okay. Alright. Okay. I know what I must do, but I do not know if I have the strength to do it.
Oh, God.
Well, you have lucky, don't you?
I have lucky, for sure.
That only helps with the nat ones, though.
Yeah, I have halfling luck. I don't have
Oh,
lucky.
okay.
I have 2 spell save attack spells. One is Acid Splash, which is just a D6. If this is a magical familiar, it will die. Or I can make sure it's dead with Tasha's Caustic Brew, but I have to vomit that one. so
Real conundrum here for Basil.
So, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I guess I'll load up a bright green vial as slowly and as silently as I can, pull the crossbow back, and take aim at the raven, because Basil knows in his heart of hearts he has no other choice.
Plus
And
10
then-
to stealth.
Yeah, can I can't get advantage on a dex save, but a dex save of 14 is what the Raven is going to have to make. As a bolt, an acid splash spell bolt goes streaking out from my crossbow.
Dex save.
It is a bird, so I mean, it's
They're kind of
Bad.
dexterous.
Well, it got a 7.
Hey.
okay, we're in. Let me
I got a 7 in total.
for
Yeah.
full damage, baby.
Yes.
Hey. 6 acid damage.
So the acid splash will like streak off and like hit the raven and seem to like cover its like breast and part of its body, and then it will go poof and disappear in a bit of black smoke. And then the acid starts dripping down onto the trees and like leaving scar marks on the branches and like damaging the trees.
Basil's gone. Basil is jumping down from the tree and running away. The moment that's gone, Basil's like, I gotta get out of here. Just full jumps, like immediately disengages from his tree branch and like does like the little kid, I'm jumping down from a way too high height and I just need to go.
Okay,
So Basil's
where are you going?
I'm gonna run back to South Fellow Farm at this point. Because all right, no, I haven't seen anyone come here. The only thing I know is that a magical familiar has died. Right? This looks like magic. It's a familiar. Last night, when I saw all the wards, were they specifically around the houses or were they just around the perimeter of the orchards?
Both.
And like that back row? Both?
Both.
All right,
I
yeah,
believe
no,
it's the green lines.
Basil would fully leave then. He knows that he would be too much trouble if he ran up and tried to get inside the house. So he'd like go all the way back to like here. He'd run
Okay.
all the way down and scamper to like here.
All to the theme of yakety sax.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Yacky
That's
Sax
right.
all the way. Full dead sprint.
Okay.
That's I would love as a player to storm Basil into this. I can't make it work. He was solely the problem last night, and he feels bad about that. So he's going to disengage.
But hey, you got to actually make use of your acid damage for a change.
It worked.
And you did it without barfing.
There you
Yes.
go.
But barfing would have been way more fun.
All right, we will now cut back to our disguised party in the waiting room.
So
Anyone
should
hear
should I leave now, or should I wait until she comes and then I'll maybe ask for Lou, and I'll go poke around then?
Yes, I'd say a more convenient excuse, because if they have anyone here watching us, it'd be best if you were in a more non-suspicious area. We
Also,
could say,
I have
oh, he's just wandering the orchard, and then they'd be looking for you.
Yeah, well, I mean, as long as there isn't any kind of like sentinel, like a familiar, flying around, sort of like a security.
Can they
As
see
long
it
as
from the
there isn't
window?
any of those flying around, I think we'll be all
Well,
right.
didn't we see something flying overhead when we first came last?
Yeah, Raven. But we're indoors now, so it's all right.
Yes.
I have a question for Shadowed.
Mhm.
In this room, is there cover
I mean,
for a very large muscular creature in plate with a glaive? Could I feasibly hide myself somewhere?
not that easily. Like, you could like try and like scrunch down behind like one of the larger chairs or like couches or something.
Okay. Could my shadow perhaps hide easily behind a furniture item? Because I would
So-
like to pop my echo behind something, just in case.
I mean, same kind of deal.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll find like a bookcase and like basically manifest a shadow and see if it like feasibly blends into whatever area or nook it casts and be like,
Hmm. Yeah, there wouldn't be like. This room is pretty open. There's really only like
Okay.
furniture that, again, is like sized for regular medium-sized humanoids, and
Okay.
some halfling-sized. So
Oh, right. In that case, like, I try it and then I go, not gonna work, and then it just disappears.
yeah, unfortunately. So then Blossom will show up, and she'll say, "So, I hear you've done the tour. What did you think? Will we
Yes.
be making a deal today?"
I definitely would like to discuss the paperwork with you, madam. It is a very, very nice establishment you got here. You should be very proud of your workers' hard work here and around. You seem to have a very well-maintained orchard.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and while you folks do all the paperwork, you wouldn't happen to have a water closet around here somewhere, would you?
Yes, it's just right outside. There's signage for it. Like, it's basically like go right outside the door and turn left, and it's right there.
Oh, it's outside.
No, just like outside of the waiting room.
Oh, all
Exit
right.
the waiting room, turn left, and it's
Yeah.
right there.
All right, excellent. Thank you.
And I'll go out the door
Okay.
and I'll
I
turn.
do apologize. He is a little crass, but he's been an excellent guide, so I hope you will bear with him just a little longer while we're still working this out.
All right. And the two of you left. Please make perception checks for me.
That would be Vendatha
And
and
me.
Tharak. Yeah.
And Tharak.
11.
Oh, and we got a raid from the kids
16.
are asleep.
Oh,
Hey,
hello.
welcome in, Raiders. Oh wait, we need to be quiet. Shh, it's the kids.
Shh, the kids are asleep.
What?
What?
All right. So I guess that bonus will be the same, even though that's an insight. Is that what I'm looking at here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Insight would just be the same.
Yeah. So there's a 16 and an 11
Mhm.
for perception checks. Cruz, you notice that while Blossom is talking to you, she's like fiddling with a ring on her pinky finger on her left hand.
Oh, is your hand all right there, madam?
Oh, sorry. Yes, just, habit. And she'll
Oh,
kind of
okay.
like, very, very suddenly, like, yank her hand away and like, she seems to start to become a little uneasy.
Oh, I am so sorry. I didn't mean to scare you with that, madam. I saw that you were fiddling with your fingers, and it was rude of me. I do apologize. I shouldn't have pressed any further on that.
Just just being somewhat sentimental. Old family heirloom. This ring reminds me of my father.
Oh, yes. I could understand that entirely, yes.
Make
Eric
He's
was
gonna
insight
try
very-
to
checks.
redeem himself with
Make insight checks.
16.
There it is.
Oh,
is.
25.
Oh.
25 and 16. All right. So you can tell that this ring obviously does mean a lot to her. She's not being truthful about why.
Hmm.
Is there a raven on that ring?
Just appears
There's
to
no
be
way I could gain any details on the ring while she had it out, right?
no.
Okay.
And remember, she has lots of rings on.
Yes,
right.
yes. Well, I would like to hear more about your family, of course, but I do not want to pressure you into possibly uncomfortable memories.
And then she'll call for Gregor to bring in some paperwork. And she seems to be eager to strike a deal.
All right. Well, let us see what we've got here.
The next 3 sessions are us going through an extremely lengthy legalese document about property management.
I don't imagine you have like a full-on document ready for that, do you?
No.
Okay.
What do you think Shadow has been preparing for this entire time? It's this right now.
So I see the terms and conditions here. I was just curious about a few things. You obviously know that I want to, of course, purchase for myself here, but I do want to send some back to my family back in Cormyr. How would we go about setting that up?
I'm afraid that's not exactly a service that we offer. You can buy the stock, but you would be responsible yourself for shipping it back.
I see.
And
And is there anything in terms of storage for long distances that I need to be wary of?
Just something that doesn't get some place that doesn't get too warm or too cold, which might be of concern considering that it's currently winter.
Yeah.
She'll look out the window and the skiffs of snow covering the grounds.
Yes, this is something that would probably be happening first thing in the spring in terms of the larger shipments, but we can definitely see about getting some smaller shipments for now while I'm in town, of course.
Mm-hmm. There are lots of shipping businesses within Waterdeep. We have several that we do regular business with.
Oh, would you have any recommendations?
Yes, that can certainly be arranged.
I am new around here, so I do apologize for all these incessant questions. And I hate to put a lady out on this. It's rude of me, I know, but I want to make sure that I've got everything sorted here. so we can have both a very smooth business transaction.
And then she'll get Gregor to come and bring you like a piece of paper with like a list of various different shipping businesses within Waterdeep.
We can keep role playing this if you want here, bud. I'll keep going. But we can go and have True be doing his thing on the side too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
True. Did you bug anybody on your way to the bathroom?
Tam/Max, after you exited the archway into the waiting room and turned left, did you actually go to the privy, or did you go wandering off?
So I'm in a hallway, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so to the left is the bathroom.
Yeah.
What's beyond that?
Just a long, lengthy hallway leading towards the back of the mansion. That has like about maybe like like hallway, waiting room, next room on the left is the privy, and then like beyond that there's like a door for another room, and there's 2 doors down the right side of the hallway, and then you can see that at the end of the hallway, like that, like it kind of like there's another hallway that then intersects it at a perpendicular at the back of the mansion.
Okay, I'm gonna walk down to that intersection,
Okay.
and I'm gonna kind of put my back against the corner and just kind of peer out, see if I can see around the corner if anybody's down the next hallway.
And there's no one down the next hallway. There are windows looking out to the back, looking out so that and you can see like, you know, in the distance the apiary and the orchards and the tool shed that where you were in last night. And then down along that hallway there's open archways leading into like a kitchen and a study and various other rooms. And then there's like the hallway goes all the way down to like the far end of the mansion again, and then there's also another hallway that will come T intersection about halfway down. That's kind of like next to that is like where the kitchen is on the side closest to you.
Okay, I'm gonna try to make my way into the study,
Okay.
checking to see if anybody is around at every corner.
All right. You poke your head into the study, and it is full with shelves of books and tables with lots of papers on them, and like maps and globes and the little like ships inside of like glass bottles, various other trinkets.
Is there one like main desk?
Yes, there is.
All right, I'm gonna go and check all the drawers to see which one is locked. Or maybe none of them are locked. I don't know.
There is a bottom one that's locked.
Okay. Can I see if there is like a button or some kind of release or like
It requires a key.
It requires a key. Damn. And I don't have lockpicks.
The 2 characters that can lockpick are not here
Yeah.
Right.
on the
yeah.
lockpicking mission. Oops.
Oops. Well, yeah, firebolt. You also have a crossbow.
And you have knock yet? You can alert everyone that
Yeah,
you're opening
literally
this up.
alert everyone in the entire
Right, yeah.
establishment.
Can I kind of rifle through the stuff on the desk and see if there's anything of note? Anything about a necromancer or a scarecrow or
It's mostly like invoices and bills of sale and like some maps of like Waterdeep and the surrounding areas. Mostly just business stuff.
How are they doing financially?
Pretty well.
Oh, because it sounds bad right now. It sounds.
Yeah, it sounds like they really want to close this deal like that.
No,
Yeah.
they're very well in the black.
So
Huh.
what are they so mad about? What's happening? What's happening here? Basil's just like, I don't know what's going on. Just running down the road.
Yeah, he's just running down the field right now while all this is going on.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a locked drawer in the study. If it's just a draw, then the lock wouldn't be super hardcore. Can I take my dagger and try to like just break the drawer open? Like try to slip it in and just just pry it and break it open?
Like the credit card trick.
Not without leaving obvious signs of damage.
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay.
Old man, don't care.
Vandalism, let's go.
Yeah, okay, you do so.
And it opens?
Yeah, it opens.
Okay, what's
Do
in there?
we hear this, by the way?
It's pretty far away, I would think.
Nah, yeah, it's decently far away. You wouldn't hear anything.
Okay.
There are like lots of like family documents and like wills and whatever, and then there's another like lock box which seems to be magically locked.
Interesting. I'm gonna take all of it.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
You have the bag of holding too. God damn.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you can just whoop.
Shadow's like fuck.
Hey, it's only gonna get worse as I'm an artificer from here. I'm just gonna start handing out crazy stuff coming up. Level 7 is gonna be wild, guys.
Okay.
I don't know if we're gonna get there at this point if we've already been doing this.
So you take like all of like their like the wills and like the magical lockbox, and that's like important like family stuff.
It's called taking hostages, Shadowed. When you become an old man wizard, these things
It's
become
called
very
having
important.
leverage, as it were. Like the amount of leverage it took for him to get the fucking drawer open.
I'm just imagining he comes back holding all these precious family heirlooms and is like, all right, start talking. Or I don't know why I'm doing a gun. Start talking, or your papers get it.
Sitting next to a fireplace, ominously.
What else are you gonna do, Drew?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna leave this room because there's nothing left interesting in here.
Time to rummage through
think?
bedrooms.
I'm gonna look for. Is there like a hallway that goes to like a staircase that goes upstairs?
Yeah. So if you like exit the study, you have to go past the kitchen and then down that middle hallway. Like there's a middle hallway that then runs from like the back all the way to the front, and then also like on like one half of like this hallway that like there's a staircase like that goes up, and you can see another staircase like coming back down towards the front.
Okay, I'm gonna head up the staircase.
Okay.
Keeping my eye out for if there's any like people walking around or guards or anything like that.
There doesn't really seem to be much of anyone around at the moment. And you head upstairs. And again, there's just hallways with closed doors this time. No open archways.
All right. Can I like? Can I like look through the keyholes, like it was Dishonored?
Holy.
No such luck on these.
No. Okay. All
If
right.
you had to
so
guess if you had to guess, it's mostly like bedrooms and that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Time
thinking
to get the dagger out.
I'm looking for like the master bedroom.
Okay, yeah, you can eventually find the master bedroom, and it will be locked.
Just as a casual reminder, the alchemy jug makes acid. What does acid melt? Locks.
Locks, yeah. Yeah, melts locks, yeah.
We're already going ahead and causing property damage. Let's just add acid to that.
You're already
list.
found, right? The moment someone isn't paying attention to Cruz in the lobby, you guys are immediately found. Now's your time.
Wait a minute, hold on. Wait, hold on. Did I take... Oh, no, I didn't take it today. Okay, never mind. Because I have Melf's acid arrow.
You stand back, you just a giant potion of acid.
The whole door is gone. You can't call it
Yes.
vandalism if the door is just gone.
I did not take that today, but I did take shatter.
Oh no, that
no.
makes way too much noise. Oh god.
I think it'd be really funny if you shattered the door and then turned yourself invisible, and then
I mean,
like,
I could do that.
meanwhile, like, Cruz is just like going through all these like different pages of a contract with like
Yeah.
Mr. Snowbeetle like over his shoulder, looking at like, okay, so like this many things at this point, this many things at that point.
is there anything suspicious in it?
No,
Okay.
it seems like a very standard business
Are they
contract.
talking about like ROIs and like year on years?
Okay, so I'm going to go to the room right next to the
Master bedroom.
master bedroom.
Okay.
Is that door
Oh
unlocked?
god.
It is.
Okay.
There,
Is there-
God.
there are people inside.
Oh fuck.
Servants. This is a servant's quarters room, and the door opens, and like you catch them in like states of like partial undress.
I'll just go, oh, sorry, and close the door.
And then you can like hear them on the other side of the door going like, "Who was that?"
Is there a door across the hallway?
Not immediately across, no.
Immediately. Yeah. All right.
Good thing you didn't just immediately shatter that door, huh?
Yeah, no kidding, right? Well, my plan was to go in there and through the window.
Yeah,
out
I had
the
a
window
feeling you
and
were.
around. All right. Well, I mean,
And then
I
like
did
at,
get...
at the far end of the hallway, you can like there's like a small bell up in the corner that starts ringing, and then you can hear another one off further away ringing, and then it's just like ring, ring, and it's like a set off of ringing bells like all the way from like down the hallways down to the main level.
Oh well,
Like
I mean,
we hear this too, or is
Yeah.
it just for him?
Yeah. It's like 15 seconds later you'll hear ringing outside the waiting room from a small bell.
What is that noise?
And Blossom will start to get a kind of a cross look on her face, and she's like, that's the servant's bell system. I wonder what's going on. Please excuse me for a moment. And you can see that she's fiddling with the ring on her finger again.
and I'm invisible.
Okay.
This might be our cue to get out of here at this rate. I'd be whispering this over to Vendava.
Yeah, when Blossom disappears, Keach immediately leans into Cruz and says,
She's a wizard, right?
It would seem so, but there's nothing to really prove it right now.
Should I chop off her hands?
Let's not immediately resort to dismembering royal, or not royals, but noble lineage family members.
My father says that the easiest way to take out a wizard is to chop off their hands or cut off their tongues.
Yes, that is true, but I don't think it is the right course of action right now.
And how about we take a very brief break?
I would love it. By
I
the
like
way,
it.
if Gregor was still sitting in the corner, like stone white and silent, and just like,
Well, yeah, he's still like standing like near like the archway into the room,
okay, but he can't hear.
okay.
Okay,
but like they're whispering. Like he's like
Yeah.
he's just kind of like would assume that they're just like talking about like something that they saw in the contract or something.
Yep.
Amazing.
All right. And
That's why I
remember,
whispered. I made sure I was whispering.
And remember, viewers, that a break for us is a break for you. So get a snack, go to the bathroom, have a drink, hug your loved ones, touch some grass, and we shall see you shortly.
don't touch grass. Don't do it. Don't please stop. Don't do it.
Don't listen to Skywalker. Don't listen to Anakin.
It's rough and itchy. No one likes it.
All right, we will be back in a few minutes. And we should be back.
Hi.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back. So, a bit of an minor alarm has possibly been raised. Blossom has left to go investigate what might be going on. Max, or really Tam, has now become invisible after stealing a bunch of stuff from a locked drawer and then accidentally intruding on some servants.
Yeah, he has like no alibi at this point.
But I'm invisible, so it's okay.
That's it.
Yeah. I'm rolling common sense rolls. Don't mind me.
Okay.
All right.
Basil desperately wants to set off the alarms to cause a distraction to allow them. He's like, it'll help him sneak around if I set off the big alarms. You've left him alone. I don't know what else to say, guys.
Well, I think where you're positioned, you're actually very close to a glyph of warding. Technically.
That's just it. Is Basil could just quickly do it and then run away.
Yeah.
But he
So-
has common sense, so he's not doing it.
Oh,
okay.
Tam, remember you also have one of those distraction rocks.
Yes.
Yes.
Mm.
Oh my god. You throw it in the room. You just run the other direction.
So, like, Gregor is just kind of, like, leaning back with his arms crossed against, like, the archway of the waiting room. And he has, like, an eyebrow, like, cocked at like, watching... I cannot keep this name straight.
Blossom.
No, your disguise
You guys.
name.
Oh, Tharok. Yes.
Tharok and Vendetta. He's just gonna like, and
Is
then
everything all right?
your companion's been gone for a while.
Oh, what? We were so caught up in doing all the documents here, I hadn't even noticed it. He not returned from the privy?
And then Blossom comes back and says, like, it seems that your guide has been spotted wandering the halls.
Oh,
Do you have anything
Oh,
to
no.
say about that?
Honestly, we hired him a day or so ago, and he seemed quite the upstart good man. I had no idea he would do such a thing, and I apologize sincerely if there was any damage done to the property.
Well, nothing's been noted yet. But if we do note anything, then we will be reporting him to both the city guard and the city watch.
Of course, I would have no reason to ever be against that. I have no idea what happened, honestly.
He will now be persona non grata on our property, but I'm still willing to do business with you as long as everything is on the up and up.
Of course, and
Um,
once again,
we
really
will have to
do
delay any formalities concerning the contracts, but
Yes.
in order to proceed with our contract, I will be asking for some collateral in the meantime.
Yes, what did you have in mind?
200 gold.
200, you say? Would it be bad to say my character doesn't have that on hand?
You gotta say that Malik stole your gold coins. You absolutely must.
Then I go ahead and look into my coin purse, and I look, I was like, wait. I had the means for this. I only have 70 gold. My God. Max. He must have stolen from me.
Yes.
Yes.
Make a deception check.
Oh God, please.
Here we go.
Come on.
I got no additions to this. It's just a straight roll.
Oh, come on.
Oh, yes.
Yes, baby.
16.
How good is her insight?
Well then, it seems that you've hired a con man.
It would
Um,
appear so.
how much do you have on you?
I go
What?
and open up my coin purse, look through it, count through it all. I appear to have 60 gold coins on hand.
Well, it's a far cry from 200. But if you're willing to part with it, I would like to keep that as collateral until we get through the formalities of our contract. Hopefully we
Of
continue
course.
such tomorrow.
Yes, yes. So I go ahead and get the coins out, hand it off in like a little pouch into her hands.
Alright. It is best that perhaps you leave for now while I attend to matters on my property.
Yes, yes. I do
Gregor,
apologize
please
once
escort
again,
them
it
out.
was not my intention.
Gregor, escort them out. And then Gregor will escort you out.
I
I
guess
think
we're gonna
Daff-
head on out.
I'm gonna make my way down the stairs and start heading back towards.
Basil,
The room that
whereabouts were you?
I was
I mean-
upstairs.
No.
Basil.
No, he's talking
Sorry.
about Basil.
I ran away, but like I can't have gotten more than here at this point, right? Like I have a move speed of 25 feet,
Yeah.
and I'm like jogging maybe lately, so I'm sure I haven't gotten too far.
Okay. So, like, as you're, like, out along the road, after a few minutes, you see a black bird shape start to fly in circles around the orchards.
Okay.
It's like, far off in the distance, but, like,
Do
it's
I-
circling over the property.
Do I know how to, like, as just a resident of Waterdeep, do I know how a base glyph of warding works? Like, what is the set necessary thing to make it go off? Like, if I shot an arrow at the glyph specifically, would all of them go off? We knew that all of them went off last night.
Well, it
Or
would
do I need to
definitely...
cross it?
It would definitely trigger one, but I think that you would be well-versed enough to be able to tell that they were all, like, interlinked magically.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping to start setting. If I set one off, would I set all of them off?
Yes.
Basically. Okay. That's immediately
Holy-
what I'm gonna do. The moment I see the
Oh
bird
my
back
God.
in the sky, I'm gonna set all of them off. I will boot scoot and boogie over to the closest, because we saw the outline of them last night, so I'm sure
Yeah.
it's still moderately fresh. I just immediately shoot the arrow, like just fresh into the dirt of wherever it supposedly is, and then
Okay.
quickly like run back to the road,
Alright. So, like
right here or whatever is the closest thing for me to do.
yeah, that north side then, probably?
Yeah.
I'm assuming, because, like, you were starting to head back in that direction
I was, like-
originally.
So I'll shoot here, and then I'll immediately run back to the road and start, like, trying to act very casual with mud in my hair and across my face, with just carrying a big alchemic crossbow with me. It's like, oh man, that's so crazy! I'm exclaiming out loud to no one as the alarms start going off.
Yeah. So, like, the like crossbow bolt or arrow or like whatever it is, it like eventually like hits one of these glyphs of warding along like the edge of the orchard, and like that glyph then like lights up, and then like you can see them all like light up in sequence going down along the edge of the orchard until like all of a sudden like there's like magical glow like emanating from all around the property, and then like there's like alarm sounds that start going off.
That's the help I can give you guys. I can give you guys a distraction. That's it. That's all I got. Good luck.
And is the bird at this point still circling around?
Yeah, and now like it starts like to like dive bomb along like different sections of the orchard as if it's like searching. But you do notice that like it always stays within like
The orchard.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's got to have a familiar radius, which is, I know, 100 feet, but Basil I don't think knows.
Mm,
Good luck, guys. That's my gift to you, is a very large distraction. And
So,
you
like,
are now with the one person you've seen with the key to all of these walls.
Gregor has now like escorted Vendatha and to
Theric.
Theric. God damn it, I cannot get that name straight. Theric
I
out
think
of like
that's not actually my name, isn't it?
whatever his name is, out of the front door. Then all of a sudden, like everything just goes whoosh. He's like, "God damn, trespassers are back again!" He like slams like the door behind you, and you can hear him like running off inside.
Let's move.
I guess
And
we
I-
meet up with everybody at the Scoutfellows place.
I'd probably say, just to be safe, we go here and then cross down first.
How
does Tam get
Tam,
out?
yeah, Tam.
Yeah, I'm still in the house.
Yeah, you're still
How
in the
does Tam
house.
get out?
I thought he was following behind us, son of a gun.
No. No.
Nope.
How long does that invisibility last, by the way?
1 hour.
Hmm.
Tam, what would you like to be doing?
I would like to make my way down the stairs as soon as I heard the bells. I turned invisible and I wanted to go down the stairs and like back towards like where the sitting room was.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that I probably get there right as they're getting escorted out.
Okay.
And since I kind of see them go out the door and Gregor slam the door, and then I go, okay, all right. So then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to go towards the kitchen.
Okay.
Is there a back door?
Well, yeah, there's a back door leading out of the mansion because, like, that's where, assumably, it was Gregor releasing the dogs out at you last night.
Mm-hmm.
Came out from.
So I will open up the back door.
Speaking of, are those dogs hanging out?
I will see all of the glyphs of warning go off, and I will shut the back door and go, nope. Turn back around and go back into the house.
At this point, as Gregor runs off and he slammed the door, Peach like goes down 3 steps and goes,
I think we forgot something.
and then goes back and opens the front door as Tam invisibly starts coming back. And Peach like just stands there as though he's trying to remember if he did in fact forget something.
But like
Door's probably locked.
as Tam/Max is like running down the hallway, like right as he starts running down the hallway, there is like a door off the side that opens, and it's like the room full of the dogs, and like the dogs come out of the room, and like they hear and smell Max running by, and they go woof 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 woof, and then they like start like running down the hallway after the invisible Tam.
And Yakety Sax plays.
Yeah.
Wait, no, they can't have smelled him. He's got my cologne on that I gave him.
Well, they just know that someone's there.
Yeah. I would be like kind of sneaky until that door opens, and then as soon as I heard the dogs, I would bolt toward the front door.
And then like you see the door open, and Vendetta is standing there.
Yep. And Peach sees the dogs charging as if at nothing and is like, okay, I
Well,
see.
you also have blindside, or you can see
Well-
him, can't you, at 10 feet?
Well, only within 10 feet. So, I bring my glaive to bear, and I say to Cruz,
Shut the door when you hear something hit you.
Okay, I will do just that.
and Peach basically pops the echo where like to intercept
Mhm.
the dogs, because I have Sentinel.
Oh
And-
my god.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and basically I'm like,
No further.
And so then like the dogs will like suddenly like heal up and like be really confused and like start like inspecting like Peach's echo and sniffing around and being like, eh? Eh? And then like Tam as Mac like comes like barreling into like your blindside region.
and Peach like scoots aside, dismisses the echo, and then helps Cruz like pull the door shut.
Yeah.
Just slam it shut.
Time to go.
Well, yeah, just a little bit. What did you do?
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get on.
Okay.
Oh, because there's snow, I pretend I like put Tam over my shoulder and I start running so he doesn't leave footprints.
Oh my god. Right.
Yeah. All right. You will be
And
able
we'd
to.
probably, again, like I was saying, we'd go down the fork, so that way if the crow was, or the raven was watching us, they'd see us leave the property going south as opposed to north.
Okay.
You can hear from the north side Basil just going, "Wow, where did all this come from?" I was just sitting here eating my lunch. Ooh.
I take it that was your handiwork, Sir Basil.
Yeah, I assume basically like an hour passes and we meet back up with Stout Fellow. Yeah, I mean, you guys were taking a long time, and I thought, oh, well, it actually might be good if I make it seem like there's another break-in going on, because then it'll absolve you guys of all suspicion. Because, you know, they'll probably suspect you. How coincidental is it that on the day after they get broken into, a mysterious, kind benefactor comes in to give them money? That's crazy. No one's going to believe that.
Yes, I think we got out of there with the skin of our teeth, not gonna lie.
Did
Well-
you find anything useful, friend Tam?
So it's an hour later now. We're back at.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So disguise self has dropped and invisibility has dropped. So I'm back to.
We have
Tam.
friendly wizard again.
Yeah.
Not the surly man.
I didn't find much, but I did find a locked drawer that I was able to open, and
Oh?
I found
How
some...
did you open it?
Well, I did have to break the lock.
So you let... Okay. Continue.
Seems pretty good that I set off those alarms now, right?
Yes. Actually, it did work out quite well. Yes. So I did find a bunch of papers, wills and such, and I found this box. Unfortunately, it is magically locked, and I have no way of opening it.
Basil, would you have any means?
Yeah, I mean, I can just open. I pull out just plethoras of lockpicks. Peach and I are good at this, so you know we can give it a shot.
You said it was magically locked, right?
Oh, what is it? Magical in nature?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Magical lock. I don't have a dispel. I don't think. No, I just have a detect. You can't magically open a lock with grease. Like I can't just grease it up.
Nope.
That's magical, right? That's Could I? I can identify what type of lock it is. Magical lock it is.
Peach, while everyone's talking, is like kind of turning the box one way and then the other in his hands, and then he says, a little hesitantly,
My father could open this.
Oh?
Well, we may not. We have money. I mean, we could get a dispel on this if we really need to. Let me see what how big it is before we think about bringing it to one of our family members. Basil will take the box very gingerly from Peach and start to ritually cast Identify on it to see how intense this lock is.
Okay. It is arcane lock. on it.
Okay. So it's a 3rd level spell?
2nd level.
2nd level. Oh, okay. So it's not that bad. That's just spell magic. That's anyone that can cast it.
Hmm.
We could ask Volo for a favor.
Favor? You mean all the ones he owes us?
Exactly. Exactly. I'm sure JB Nevercaught has a way, but we don't want to be in that person's debt.
No, we
I-
definitely do not.
Well, I do have some friends at the Watchful Order of Mages and Protectors. Perhaps they are all very powerful. I'm sure one of them has a spell that can unenchant magical locks.
We could
Well-
also go to the source of our contract here anyway, over at the Cenarian. Is it Stronghold or what is it called again? Cenarian
Which?
Circle?
Which? The
Druid and Ranger.
Emerald
Guild.
Enclave.
Emerald Enclave. There you go. Because they might be able to help if it involves finding out more information about the scarecrows.
Oh, you guys saw the Raven familiar, right?
We saw a raven, but I didn't know it was a familiar. Now that
Oh no,
you
I shot
mentioned
that
it.
bad boy out of the sky and it poofed into smoke. So definitely
Oh.
100% magic.
Well, I wonder. Miss Blossom was fiddling with a ring on her finger. I wonder if that was anything to do with it.
Oh, well, it's probably a spell ring, or like a channeling device. Because you know,
Oh.
find familiar normally pretty expensive. It's like a lot of incense you got to use to cast it. So anything that can help ease that is normally. I mean, if you're rich, have one of those.
Of course. I knew totally about that.
On the map, I think the Emerald Enclave is closest to where we are.
We have to go
If we-
up a cliff though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, what does Arcane Lock do precisely? Does Basil know that?
I
Yeah.
mean, it's
Either Basil or Tam would know.
Yeah.
Would be familiar with Arcane Lock. Spell description is: you touch a closed door, window, gate, chest, or other entryway, and it becomes locked for the duration, which is until dispelled. You and the creatures you designate when you cast a spell can open the object normally. You can also set a password that, when spoken within 5 feet of the object, suppresses the spell for 1 minute. Otherwise, it is impassable until it is broken or the spell is dispelled or suppressed. Casting Knock on the object suppresses Arcane Lock for 10 minutes.
I go ahead and take the box and I say, skadoosh.
why are you yelling at a box? What did it do to you?
I'm assuming that does nothing, right?
It does nothing.
Okay.
They don't use the same password for everything. That's crazy.
I thought the same exact thing.
Me too. Yeah, no, I was there with you. So, did you guys find anything about any of these hex bags, or did you find someone who like looks necromancy adjacent?
I did
There
not.
wasn't really many people there, to be honest.
No.
Well, that's good. It narrows down the suspects.
Well, I'm hoping that there's something about that in this locked box.
Oh, well, when I identify an object, I don't necessarily just have to identify the magic on the object. Can I also identify like what the object is used for?
Sorry, say that again?
Identify isn't just necessarily for like just magical stuff. Can I identify like what the box is used for in general? If it just has like ties to store necromancy in it, or like used for storage of magical components or anything like that?
Yeah, so like it is a lock box that is protected by Arcane Lock. There is something magical inside.
Okay, well that's good. I mean, it's good enough for Basil. They're like, oh, you could be right. So, do you guys have to go back tomorrow, or so? What's the deal? Are you gonna go back tomorrow?
That's going to be the tricky part, unfortunately. Unless we have some solid proof, we can't bring the authorities into this.
Yeah, you guys kind of have to know who's casting this and who's making them. we could
There's
have
also the problem of how we had gotten access to this information.
we could also, and I'm just putting it out there. I'm not necessarily condoning it, but you guys told me that Gregor had a thing to get through the Glyphs of Warning, and he probably takes a pretty solid nap. If you knock him out, and then you could, I don't know, look around.
The problem with that is, as you said, there is a familiar going, and they would notice that Gregor is missing for a long period of time.
Well, the familiar is outside, and we could break in at night. So, I'm saying,
Right,
we've already
but
cased the
we
joint.
did see this raven at night too. It wasn't like it was unable to be around during the night.
Well, when I shot the raven, I don't know, like at half an hour before I set off the alarms. Did anyone seem? You mentioned it was Blossom or something like that.
Yes,
she
he was
seem-
fiddling with the ring itself around that time slot you were mentioning.
Was she muttering anything like an incantation? Was she trying to recast it?
No, it just seemed like she was touching the ring itself, and she wasn't saying anything in particular. She brought up that it was something of a family heirloom, but that was about it.
Well, yeah, I don't. Do we go back into the town and just get this bad boy dispelled, or what? What is everyone feeling?
I definitely feel like we should find out what is inside this lockbox at the very least, because that's our only solid lead, and if we have any hope of dealing with this situation with the authorities, this is probably our best bet.
It's also the most legal thing that we've ever done. So,
The fact that we got it non-legally is, we'll go ahead and circumvent that, but yes.
so
Well, the good thing is we didn't acquire it at all.
Yes,
Someone
it's
else
true.
did.
Max did.
A man named Max, who just happened to give it to us.
Or we found it because he fled the scene and dropped it somewhere.
Ah, yes, perhaps he dropped it. Yes, exactly.
Perhaps we should return to the Emerald Enclave and tell them this. They are,
Hey.
after all, the ones who wished us to investigate.
Yeah.
Alternatively, I could attempt to smash this box.
I would not recommend that, because if it ends up breaking the contents inside, then we have nothing to work with.
Peach, are you actually okay bringing this to your father? I know that he is, he's sold some stuff before for us, but like, this seems like really dangerous kind of B&E stuff. I don't know if he likes that on his doorstep.
It also
Uh,
possibly would implicate him in this whole shebang, as it were.
Peach swivels his head to look at Basil
And says, "Do you not think that my father is the more dangerous man in this situation?"
We wouldn't know there, Sir Peach.
Your father seems pretty imposing from like a distance, but I haven't really, spent a lot of time with him. So,
I have known him for 3 years. There is nothing he cannot overcome.
and he would be okay with you breaking and entering?
I don't need to tell him that.
Okay.
And we won't tell him. We will not tell him. We'll tell him that we found this box and we need it open.
If Peach's father is, who I believe he is, which I have no proof of,
Peach looks at you with his head swiveled like,
What are you talking about?
Basil looks at you with his head swiveled, like, what are you talking about?
I look
He is
over
my
like,
father.
I may know what he's talking about.
I think, perhaps, Peach's father would be much more open to this sort of crime than anyone else.
All right, well, I guess that's the next step. Might as well do it.
Yeah, so I guess we head over to Peach's father's house.
yeah, if we do the time skip, basically Peach goes into his father's house And then he comes back out, and his shoulders are kind of slumped, and he's holding like the dispelled magic box. And he comes out, and he said,
My father guessed what I did,
Doesn't
but he
look
said
good.
he was proud of me because I was not caught.
Oh, that is good.
And he gave me my favorite snack bars.
and he pulls out some snack bars wrapped in wax paper from his little side pouch.
Nice.
We probably immediately open the box on the street then.
Yeah.
We would probably go over to some sort of
We're in an
area that would
alleyway.
be a little bit more not in sight of anyone.
Yeah, we can go to the alleyway that you kept falling down in. That's perfect. No one saw you there besides us. You falling down a lot. So, we should work great.
I walk over there. These
Meanwhile-
damn walls.
Meanwhile, Peach is blabbering about like how his father is very disappointed that he did not tell him that he was not going to come home and sleep like the previous night because I slept out without telling him. So he was very
Oh.
upset about that.
It's like he's angry about that, honestly. Which is true. I need to buy a pair of sending stones.
That
Uh,
would be
but anyway.
useful, wouldn't it?
We opened the box.
Yes,
Okay.
Open the box.
So
What's in the box?
inside the box is like the deed to like the entire Snow Beetle like operation. Several platinum and gold bars,
Yeah.
which would be
Oh,
Uh,
we've done
oh,
so
God.
much crime. It's such bad crime.
like there's probably like 10 bars of platinum and like another 10 bars of gold, each like worth like 20 the equivalent of 20 coins of each. And there is a contract written in Infernal.
We just hold it up to
Please, for the
Tam.
love of God, tell me you have Infernal in your list, Drew.
Well, Tam can hear it, right? That's what happened last time.
That was Draconic.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
was
no,
it?
no.
Yeah,
thought it was
over
Infernal.
in the house, the haunted house when we did the one shot. That was Draconic.
Oh, okay.
I would like to read the contract.
Yes, I knew it. I knew he had Infernal. I remember this coming up before.
yeah.
I have weird languages.
Perfect. Great. Love to hear it.
It was his hobby in his retirement to learn a bunch of weird languages.
There
And
it
also
is.
at the bottom of the contract, you notice that there are two like red splotches.
Oh no.
Freaking obviously.
As Tam's reading it, I'm ritually casting identify, like I'm drawing out the chalk circle to identify how magical this scroll is.
All right. So, it is a contract between Blossom Snow Beetle and a minor devil.
Oh no.
Part of the contract being that she will get a ring and hex bags in order to control scarecrows so that she can maintain a monopoly over the wine and meadery like business in the region.
She's worse than Monsanto. She's Amazon.
I look at Tam halfway through drawing the circle. Wait, are you telling me that we actually did it?
Yes,
We actually found the thing? We
Yes.
blundered into this?
yes.
Oh my god!
And that the ring had nothing to do with the crow,
No, okay.
which
Great.
I thought too. Yes.
Yeah, this is a lot of money and very illegal for us to be near it.
Yes. no,
Yes.
we're keeping all of it.
Oh, are we?
I just hold open the bag of holding. Okay,
And
please
then
get rid.
and then Peach is like,
Do I have to take this to my father for him to disappear?
Yes, I think that is
empty box.
100%
We
what we
just
are going
hand
to
over
do
the
if we're
empty box.
keeping this.
And are we going to go to the Emerald Enclave?
We are definitely going to go there, and I think we should also possibly consult the Black Staff.
Oh, yes. That is true. I don't think she would be much pleased to know that there is somebody making deals with devils here.
Yes. And it'd be good to have both the Emerald Enclave and the Blackstaff backing us when investigations are made.
So, I'm just imagining this from Peach's dad's point of view. Like, his son comes into him, like, looking kind of pleased with himself, goes like, "Hi, Papa. Oh, I'm very sorry. I stayed out late last night. Very sorry. But I have a box. Could you open this for me?" And then, like, he goes, hides in an alley, comes back
with an empty box.
With like
fully
10
empty box.
with like 10 years of salary or something in it. And his father's like, "I'm so stressed out by teenagers."
Yeah. So how much money was it again?
Platinum?
So we have
hold on.
200 we have 200 platinum coins and 200 gold coins.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, 200 platinum?
Yeah.
Ow,
What?
my brain. Hold on.
Platinum is worth 10 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 2,000 gold.
Yeah.
Which is more money than we've seen 3 times over this entire campaign.
Yeah, so we have 2,200 gold coins right now. Well, tomorrow, once my father has done stuff.
we definitely are not
It's like the entire like inheritance or whatever of like the Snow Beetle
of Snow
operation.
Beetle.
Yeah.
Yeah, this needs to get fenced. So this needs to get laundered so heavily that none of it can be tracked back to us. Like, we can't have those original bars anywhere near us ever.
No. I'm sitting here like, I can't believe I'm letting this happen, but at this point, I think it's for a just cause.
Oh yes, yes.
I was
absolutely.
100% ready to give this all back had that infernal contract not been in there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys are looking through the window when Peach goes in, and then you see him like hand the box with the gold in it to his father, and you see his father look down at it, look back up, and then he says something, and then Peach goes,
Uh-oh.
and then you see like him doing like a very disappointed dad like body language, and then like finger shake, and then Peach is like and then like Peach like scuttles out. And then he quickly closes the door behind him. He goes,
My father is proud, but I am ashamed.
What? Huh? Wait. Was that a good thing?
It's very good, but I gave him quite a fright. So I am ashamed.
It is quite a large amount of money. I'd imagine he is incredibly scared for your safety at this point.
we look through the window, and he's just like there staring through the window.
We should go. We should go.
Yeah,
we
we
get
need to
rid of
go
all
and
the
notify the Emerald Enclave and the Blackstaff immediately.
So, what are we gonna? Are we gonna tell them that we broke in to a personal business and stole their stuff, or are we gonna say
No.
that we found a guy named Max who was
No, we
stealing their
found-
stuff and we accosted him?
Yes, we found a man named Max who was running for his life, and he didn't know what to do because he found this. He stole this contract from the Snow Beetles, and
He
he
couldn't
was
read
very
it.
frightened, and he gave it to us.
I like it.
And that is
I
the
wish-
story we're going to pass on to them, so we can time skip it if you want, Shadow.
I will not talk to the Blackstaff or the Emerald Enclave. I'll be quiet
That's
the
a
entire
great
time.
idea.
This is
Yeah.
terrifying. Basil, like on the verge of tears, with super wide eyed. This is the scariest thing I've ever done. This is money laundering and B&E, and this is a lot. So I'm just
Let's-
gonna be real quiet.
Let me and Sir Tam do all the talking tonight. You guys, please, we gotta handle this very delicately.
The funniest thing is that the Blackstaff literally helms like, I don't know, the fantasy equivalent of the CIA or something. So
Yeah.
like, even if she did read our minds, because she's a level 9 spellcaster, I don't think she would care.
Actually, that's what I was gonna bring up, was that like the Emerald Enclave will be like completely like buy your story and be willing to help out, and when you report it to the Blackstaff, she'll like completely see through the story, but she doesn't care because you got rid of because like you're getting rid of someone who's like dealing with devils and was like
Yes.
trying to like screw with the economy.
The
Yes.
detect thoughts on Basil is, oh god, we stole it. We broke it and we stole it. We
My
disguised
thought would be
ourselves and we
just
lied
like,
and we stole it. Full
please, for the
thoughts.
love of God, do not look at Basil. Please, for the love of God, do not look at Basil.
Peach is as happy as a duckling and life is good for him, so he's like, wow, this place is still as magical as before. Like,
And like later on, you'll get a report that like the agents of the Emerald Enclave and like Force Grey, when like they go off to like apprehend Blossom Snowbeal and whatever, that like she has like a bunch more like scarecrows that's like she tried to like sick on them. And then like
Well-
and then like she had also like sent more off to like try and like destroy as much of the Stoutfellow farm as she could. But then they managed to like apprehend her and like yeah,
So we
before
just skipped all of that?
pretty much yeah, we'll just
Okay.
skip over that.
just
Well, I won't be getting
imagine,
back those 50 gold pieces, but damn, we got a good investment.
like, just imagine being like a shitty 2-bit, not even a genuine spellcaster, but you like signed your soul or whatever to a minor devil, and then you just throw some crappy scarecrows at the freaking black staff of all people.
She just
I
goes
can't-
ahead and like takes her staff, like, bye.
Like, if that was me, I would just lie face down in the mud and be like, okay.
It's over. We're done.
Like,
If
I'm
that-
embarrassed.
If that quest was a staircase, we fell down it.
Yep.
We didn't walk down it, we fell down
But
Yeah.
we landed on our feet.
Mhm.
somehow, magically.
And
we
for
were
We
once
did a
we
weird
saw
like
close down.
flip, and then it's like midway when we're about to hit the bottom, we just do a complete 180 turn and land straight on our feet.
On
And
a
we
pile of
solved
money.
it non-violently as well.
Yeah,
There's,
yes.
Yes.
there's like potentially like more encounters with like scarecrows and like possibly like a warlock that she also had under her employ.
Yeah, I was
But-
guessing that we would have fought like more people signed over to the demon,
Yeah.
or like maybe even the minor devil. Sorry, the minor devil itself. But
Yeah.
I feel like this is sensible for what our group would have thought capable.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
of doing.
did you plan for this one, Shadow? Was this the plan?
Yeah, more or less. Like
Okay, that's good.
Hey,
Yeah.
all right.
I figured
You
this
expect
was
us
a
to get 2,000 gold for this?
not exactly.
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking that you were going to take it and money launder it.
And the fact that Tam just is like, I don't care about property damage. Jeez.
I was thinking like I was thinking that you'd like at least like stumble into like finding the contract, but
Well, dang.
I think if we hadn't found the contract and it was just like a journal entry of, dang, those stout fellows and their pretty little farm, I'm gonna scarecrow the heck out of it, I think we might have gone back and like pewed and, you know, done a D&D, but because there was like, oh, okay, this is
It's a
like,
devil. We got to get other people involved.
Yeah.
we need to tell the
Above us.
actual, we need to tell like the people who actually hired us what this is all about.
congrats, you finished the side quest.
Yay! Did we get our money from the Emerald Enclave too?
Level up. Level up.
No.
Level up.
Money from the Emerald Enclave, though, right?
You have to do 2 more side quests, and then when
Okay,
we go
fair.
to, and then when we get back around to like the main story, then you'll level
Right.
up.
The Emerald Enclave side quest was how much?
I don't think we ever discussed a figure.
No, they just said that they would recompense us, and they gave us a pretty charm.
Yes, they
Mhm.
did.
Right. It was we got the number from JB Nevercaught, but we never got a number from Emerald. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we need to go back to him at some point to get the rest of our pay, and then we need to, yeah, eventually divvy up whatever we get back. So I'm just gonna divide that really quickly right now.
Well, I mean, we can keep the tavern open indefinitely at this point.
Oh,
But that's
yeah.
basically 550 each if we were splitting.
So, Okay, we can finish whatever the remainder of the. We paid for all the renovation, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think aside from the top floor.
Yeah, aside from the top floor. But,
So
yeah.
we can pay for the reno for the top floor, no problem. And do a glyph if we truly want to be safe. Like, because my question is, what makes it so Peach's father is okay with Peach staying here? Does that need to be glyphs of warding, or where is the safety in that?
It has to not look like a dump where I am sleeping.
Okay, well,
We're
the
almost
third
there.
floor will get renovated, so that'll be good. We got that going. Is there anything else that would be required?
Glyphs would be a nice thing, but not mandatory, and he probably will want to visit to make sure it's not a dump.
Fair.
Yeah, so is 2,200 enough to do all of that, to like renovate the top floor and make it nice?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
like 1,000%. We can just immediately walk up, like 2 or 3 days after, to the renovators who are still renovating the mid floor and be like, "Here, this is just it for the rest. Like you can just keep going up."
How much will we have left after we renovate the top floor?
Did I ever give you a number for the top floor?
I think
No.
you did, but I just don't recall it.
No,
No. I don't recall a number for the top floor, and I don't have it in my notes. Yeah, I don't have it written down.
Okay.
the 6 of first 10 day. In 4 days, reno will complete. I have 44 gold. That's not what we have, though. Splitting this between 2 things does not work great. Yeah, I don't have a number for the top floor.
Okay.
It was 1,000
What
gold
was the
in
prices
total
for the other two?
to get everything, and then we minus 350 off of that from something, and then we did the bottom floor, and that's where it all kind of falls apart for me personally.
Okay.
I have this 1,000 number, and I don't remember exactly. 550 to get off the ground and 610 to open. We paid that 610 to fully open, so that includes the bottom floor reno. But I don't know what that number is.
Okay, so it's likely only about 200 gold to renovate the top floor.
Okay, so we have 2k left. Which means that we each have 500 GP between us after that.
And then we could do 1 glyph of warding for 300 GP on top of that on our like front door.
Yeah. I'd say that's sensible. Is everyone cool with that?
Yep.
And that would leave us
Alright.
with 17 hundo,
Yep, 17 hundo.
which is, I mean, still a lot. So much.
Yeah, 17 hundo between all of us is 425 per person.
I can make, guys, I can start actually making potions and like I can make the real ones.
Hey.
I can start making the real stuff.
And it only took us taking down a whole established noble lineage backed orchard.
How much? How many gold pieces was that again?
Wait,
425
altogether?
to each of us.
Yeah,
yeah.
400.
425.
Yep, to each of us after paying for a glyph of warding, renovating the top floor completely, and then, yeah.
469. Nice.
Yes.
We actually have some money in our purses, guys.
And
Oh,
It's
we,
not like we're worried about like, oh god, we don't have enough money.
Does Crew Swain or Tharok technically get his 60 gold back when everything is confiscated?
I would be totally fine if you took that away from me.
No.
Yeah, it's fine. Completely fine. Did we get anything from Scenario, or sorry, the I keep fucking up, Emerald Enclave?
Do you get anything in return from the Emerald Enclave?
Yeah, for the quest, because we come up with the...
Well, Cruz, you will gain 1 renown in their organization. you will receive free fruit and vegetable stock for 3 weeks.
3 10-day even.
Or, well, 3 10 days, yeah.
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 I
Oh,
mean,
do we
that's
have-
not bad.
I mean, that's pretty much covers food expenditures to an extent.
Do we have to roll at some point for the taverns running? Have we even reached 10 days in game
So-
yet?
I put us at day 8 of the first 10 day, and in
Mhm.
2
Okay.
days the mid floor reno will complete. So that includes the day that we spent at the Stout Fellow Farm, the next day, and then I counted a day after that as well
Okay, cool.
for like all the fallout to occur.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we are
so
being
Shadow-
raided.
I don't know if that is okay with you.
Thanks for
Hello.
the raid.
Thank you. You
Hey,
find us
Karen.
after we did a kind of heist raid thing full of lies, and now we're figuring out how to run a tavern.
Yes.
Welcome in, Raiders.
We
Thank you for
got an
stopping
extra
by.
2,200 gold we weren't expecting. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Where would you like to put us in the 10-day block thing? Do we need to pay for an upkeep, or have we passed the first 10-day of operation?
Yeah,
Where would you
well,
like us to be?
I think when we pick up next time, considering we're coming to the end here, that you'll start in the second 10 day, so 1 10 day will be done.
Day 1 of second 10 day. So the mid floor reno is complete. How long will it take to get the top floor done?
2 days.
2 days? Amazing.
Okay.
And that also means we have to pay upkeep, but we already had a lot of money in there. Where are you, bud? Come to me, my math. We have 230 in the bank, so we minus 60 from that, and minus 60 from 230 is 170.
As the third person in a row with bots. Isn't that fun, guys?
Oh.
And so we've automatically paid our second operation 10 day.
Cool.
Excellent.
And we need to roll to see if we got or lost money in the 10 day of operation.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What are we rolling?
Whereas I think that's Shadow he rolls that, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You may have to remind me if you spent any coin on promoting your business during the 10 day. I think you did.
We did.
We
Like
made
on
flyers.
posters. Yeah, we made
We
flyers
did
and stuck them
do
up.
flyers and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like, do we have any sort of like hard figure in mind?
Wait, didn't Basil stay up for like a bazillion hours painting all the flyers himself? So technically,
Yeah.
it was no money at all.
Yeah.
It's our first week of operation. I don't know if we can do this too great yet.
So I don't think we did give an
Yeah.
exact amount or anything. So I don't think we did any extra funding for
Mhm.
advertising.
All
Just
right.
our own walking about with posters. if we
Based
wanted
on
to
my
look at that.
estimation and roll, you covered your business costs and earned a profit of 20 gold.
Aw.
So that puts us at 190 as the pot.
Yeah, just put it into the pot when it comes
Yeah.
to that kind of stuff. So that way we don't
Basil's
have to
gonna
worry
throw
about
in
tracking that.
an extra 100 into the pot just to make it 290, and then we last for so much. It's just nicer to have that there.
Yeah, I
Peach
mean,
will also throw another 100 in.
Is it
Same.
390?
Yeah.
490?
Yes, and I will as well.
590.
All right, we
I
are
don't
good on
think we need to
expenses
think about
there for
this.
quite some time.
Anymore.
And I think with the passage of days to take us through the end of that first 10 day, you had us at day 8, right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, after the day of like the Fallout downtime, that was day 8 of the first 10 day. Or the first operational 10 day.
Yeah.
Our second actual 10 day.
So when you were actually doing all of the shit at Snow Beetle, that was day 7?
Yes.
Okay. So day 8, 9, and 10 then means 3 rolls from Tam.
Yep. I knew that was coming. Like, yeah, here's the
Oh,
rolls.
yeah, that's right. Yeah.
3 separate rolls.
Can we also say that we went back and visited Nevercott during those 3 days?
Yep.
Oh,
What did we get from him?
Oh, let me see here. What was that?
We're just like, quest complete. Let's go and turn these all in before we have to head out for the night.
I just have 30 gold pieces is the only actual definitive number written down. I don't know if
Yeah,
yeah,
because
but that was
that was
from
our
him
starting-
initially.
Yeah.
and 30 in the back.
Yeah, he'll give you 70 gold to split amongst yourselves.
Dang.
It'd be like 17 gold or something like that per person.
17 and a half.
So
Wanted
we
to
could
split it that way with 17 gold and oh god, electrum pieces. Ugh.
I mean, if we throw in just like 10 more GP into the pot, we can operate for 10 day without thinking about it.
Sure,
Okay,
go-
so we can throw in 10 and then it comes out to 15 per person, which
Beautiful.
is a lot
do
easier
it
to
that
think
way.
about.
Perfect.
And now we have 600 gold in our in our tavern fund, and that's 10 day of operation from this moment out.
Awesome.
We've done it. We've become financially solvent.
Yeah.
This is a true fantasy and fantasy roleplaying.
I'm not
We
gonna lie.
actually have steady income.
It
Oh
feels
my
pretty good to
God.
know that we're
We
like,
have
good.
steady income, we own a home, we can stop evil whenever we want. The government believes us when we tell them we found a criminal. Yeah, we're living the
it's-
dream right now.
It truly is the wildest fantasies come true.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I see Drew smiling. I'm worried.
So how'd it go?
I am putting a picture in our
Oh no.
chat right now.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. Oh,
That's
no.
incredibly scary. thing
That's
for you to
really
do.
freaking ominous.
We had our biggest win monetarily.
Not like this.
No!
No!
Wait, is that
No!
is that the one, or did you need the other one?
No, that's the one.
All right. Well,
Which
It was
roll was
Trip
that
Zeros.
on?
on which day?
Ah!
On which day? It was the
Yeah.
third one.
Of
So,
course it was.
Before that happens, we at some point had talked about that elixir of youthfulness. Did you want to run that scene before Tam goes into that sweet night?
Drew, why the hell would you do this to us?
Oh no!
It happened. We escaped it last time and it happened. No.
Oh.
No, well, just because here's the thing, that was gonna be a sad scene, and I feel like this is sad enough.
Okay. Well, so Shadow Throat, next week's idea. We have an entirely new session to plan.
Yep.
I just see shadows staring into the middle distance like FML.
Well, your birthday stream is gonna be great, buddy.
It's just a funeral.
I broke the
Time.
DM.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
He's speechless. I don't blame him.
Oh well.
There's so much backstory stuff we never got to. Oh, well.
Yeah, he had so much stuff like he was planning on doing too once we get to like the second part of the module.
Yeah.
The first character death is complete, guys.
Yep.
All right.
2 quests short of that beautiful fireball, damn.
now we have to meet a whole new character though. So at least who probably won't like a library at all.
I would be in the same position, honestly. Like, I don't know what to say to this.
I thought the chance was so low. Like 1 out of 100.
1 out of 100, a 1 out of 100 roll every single night that Tam sleeps is infinitesimal in the grand scheme of this. Is like lottery ticket buying. Like this is
Yeah,
this is
yeah, because
so
you gotta keep
close.
in mind, it's not like, oh, it's a 1 in 100 chance. It's 1 in 100 every time, and it doesn't
Every time,
eliminate
yeah.
the other chances.
And you've only rolled
Yeah.
20 times, right?
Right.
This is technically the 20th night that Tam dies. So that's lottery ticket inducing as far as I'm concerned. I can't believe it actually happened.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Those dice are cursed now, friend.
Oh, whose were those? Were those mine or my daughter's?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, those are mine.
Permanent off to dice jail.
Mhm.
You can write on there in a little post-it, these guys murdered my elderly wizard.
Yeah, there we are. Oh, you can't see it because it's too shiny. All right. It was the
So-
Chessex blue, purple, and gold.
So
What?
Shadow, it's time
Didn't
to start brainstorming how to introduce the next character.
He's like trying to find any way for this to not happen, but he can't.
I mean,
I was trying to remember what the hell the Hlom the monk. Because didn't
Told you.
Hlom the monk tell Tam that like
It was about like possibly his father or something, or his ancestors or something like that.
Hold on.
yeah, something about his forebears.
that he was supposed to learn something about that before he died?
Well,
Guess
maybe
not.
he saw it in a dream
Well,
as
here's
he
the
was
thing.
passing that night.
Well, here's the thing. We don't know, like, if the death is permanent, right? There's a lot of ways that death can be undone in D&D. We can
Oh,
talk
wait,
about it offline.
Hold on. Tam's dead, so there we go.
Tam will learn more about his parents. Yeah, that's the thing I have written here is Tam will learn more about his parents. That's the thing I wrote down in the
Mhm.
notes.
Yeah.
Evil's twin hides its face for now. Expect that change before Winter's End. Tam was the bad guy. I'm calling it.
Okay.
Yup.
So we bring our session to a close, and we have a very interesting start to next time in a week.
I was gonna buy so many books for the library too.
Yeah.
The bottle of the elixir of youthfulness is now Basil has crocheted a knitted Tam to slip over it with the potion bottle covers.
Uh,
And then you're gonna come in that day and you're like, wait.
Yeah,
I
we're
did
gonna
this
have
all
to,
aside for him.
we have to figure out this scene.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba.
All right. So, since we started in reverse, at the beginning, so wrapping
Yes.
up, then we will start with Yoi.
indeed.
Um,
Yes. So,
thoughts on tonight's session?
oh, well, I guess it finally happened.
Uh-huh.
And now you all know that Peach also has an uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Which
was
is-
cool.
Which is going to be interesting for all of you, I think. I like how even though we split the party, we maintain the same level of chaos energy throughout,
Yep.
and we all still somehow wound up doing stupid shit.
And we're
Yep.
rewarded for it.
Yeah.
Handsomely.
Yep. Like a ridiculous amount.
And Tam got to do some pretty great things all by himself. So you know
Right.
what? If there was going to be a final session for that man, even if it wasn't fireballing an enemy off the map along with himself, then this I guess this will do too.
Pretty
Mhm.
good.
just quietly in his sleep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Um, nothing else going on there, Yoi? Anything you want to plug?
Well, I mean, I mostly touched grass, but if you wanted to find me on elsewhere on the internet, you can find me where the skies are blue at the Magpie Bridge. But I'm not on there very often because again, touching grass. While the grass is good.
Yes.
Okay. Hoodie. Thoughts on tonight's session? Anything you want else you want to add in? Anything you want to plug as such?
Never let your players roll for stuff unless you're willing to back it up.
Yep.
I'm so curious to see what Drew comes in with next time. What weird death mechanic is attached to this next character.
Oh shit! I gotta come up with a weird death mechanic for the next
Yeah.
character.
Yep. I can't believe. Well, first of all, I could believe that you allowed this, but it makes sense, and I can't believe it actually happened because once again, crazy small chance of it happening. Wow. It was going so well for such the wrong reasons that this kind of makes the most amount of sense for it to end with.
Mm-mm.
I feel like we just kind of barreled through everything and accidentally found the solution and just kind of were like, okay. So you know what? It's fun to get that every once in a while where it feels like a very not even so much an undeserved, but just a haphazard win of like the okay, all right, cool, we did it. Moving on. So I really like that. It was fun. It was fun to see Cruz try desperately to maintain decorum amidst a crumbling castle of lies and like shit going on constantly around him. That was great.
I tried.
Yeah. I'm of course me, and I stream on the channel that I stream on, and there's D&D on there, and maybe a video game. I really do want to play. Thank God You're Here, or whatever it's called. Thank goodness you're here.
Oh, I
One
want
of
to
those
try
lines.
that too.
So at some point, Curse of the Golden Idol is on Xbox Game Pass, so it's free now, and I'm poor, so that's what I gotta look for. That's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Did you mention the name of your channel?
It's me. It's my channel.
I know,
Yeah,
but we
yeah,
call you
so-
Hoodie. But on Twitch, you're oh my god, it's
And that's my name, right?
Don't
So
worry, I
that's
got it covered. There it is.
dang it.
All right, fine. Tilted.
Hi.
How about you?
I had a blast tonight. Dude, I'm gonna miss Tam, man.
Yeah.
It hasn't
Yeah.
really hit
Dude,
yet.
he's just such a bundle of chaos, and you just wouldn't expect it from this tiny guy. So
I'm going to
funny.
miss sexy Santa Claus. I
Yeah.
feel a
Yeah.
genuine loss. I feel like our
Yeah.
group is kind of less because of it. So you better have an amazing backup character.
And just like in general, it was a great like night in general for all of us. I'm sorry that Hoots didn't really get a chance to do much at all today. Like,
Hey man, sometimes I talk a lot, sometimes I don't talk at all, and that's fine.
yeah,
It's D&D.
but it was fun. I did like that I was able to try and RP my way out of a situation like that.
Yeah,
It was
I had a question for you because I mean, notably one of your first like larger campaigns. This was the first like you're in the hot seat type of situation, like desperately in the
Mhm.
hot seat. This is
Ye-
revolving around just you. How was that?
it was a little tough, but I was already, luckily for me, I had prepared a little bit because obviously I went ahead and made a backstory for this character. It wasn't like anything crazy, but it made it a hell of a lot easier to actually, talk with that decorum because I was already going for the fact that my character is kind of a noble but a fallen one at that. And
Mhm.
so it just made it an easy transition. I didn't really have to change my character too much. And it was great that we were able to solve the case in less than a night, so I didn't have to try and bumble my way through the next day. But yeah, in general, it's a big rip for Tam because I'm gonna miss that guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think out of all the characters, I think Cruz is gonna probably take it the worst. Because he was like the only one that was like regularly there in the morning talking with him over like tea and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was
Also,
just
was
like
the other like old character, right?
he was one of the other old characters that had a bit more experience, so we had like a mutual respect for each other. It's just it's unfortunate, but yeah, you
Oh,
you
Well,
can catch. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say we'll have to be role playing. You guys finding Tam in the
Yeah.
morning at
Mm-hmm.
the start of next time.
Yeah.
oh, for sure.
Yeah, it'll be something. It'll be on your birthday too. I hope you're looking forward to that.
Oh, I fucked up Shadow's birthday. I'm sorry.
I love this as a reaction. Like, sure.
Yep, yeah.
It's not what I was expecting, but it's not not necessarily bad either.
I gotta write down
mean,
in the notes.
There's plenty that we can work with still. We haven't put ourselves into a narrative pit, so to speak.
No,
Ham
we
died
can look into it.
for
It
our
is sad.
sins.
He did. He really did. But yeah, you can catch me over at twitch.tv/tilted gaming with a 1 to the I on the first eye. I will be probably finishing up Metal Gear Rising Revengeance this weekend. I'll also probably be doing some more of my Soul Link with Ty and a couple of other things on the side. So look forward to that. I'll be streaming on the weekends. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
I have interesting ideas anyway. I'm going to let this play out how it plays out, but I have ideas churning.
Oh, okay.
Ham is gonna be the Mad Mage.
Oh
Oh,
my
God.
god.
I'm
No.
calling this half court shot right now.
So, Drew,
Yes.
speech.
Speech.
Hello,
I'd
everyone.
like to thank to the Academy.
Do you want to reveal yourself on camera now?
I am Drew the Damager, and I'm fucking dead.
Do you have any hints as to what you're coming back as? Any teasers, spoilers?
No.
Are you going to be
No.
old or young? I guess is the real question. Are you going to be with the young kids and be menaces, or
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
very exciting?
I thought tonight was fantastic. And I'm a little disappointed, not that Tam is dead, but that it came at the end of such a good episode.
Mhm.
Because
Oh.
now it's kind of like overshadowing like all the cool shit that happened. Plus, I had a lot of ideas for stuff that I wanted him to do, which is, not going to happen now. But I have another character that that we will set up. So
Oh, we're gonna have to redo all the freaking animations in these portraits.
I mean, Drew did it, so it's great because it's full responsibility for Tam's death.
yeah, that's
Oh
true.
my.
You did this.
I mean, honestly, I really only have to change one thing.
Mhm.
That'll be the name.
Yeah.
So that's fine.
Are you going to do like an interim one where you're question mark for one episode?
Ooh. That would be cool.
I need an overlay that's like that too for one episode.
Ah, dang it! That's me.
Yeah, Basil can't
You
escape.
came to my house. All right.
All right.
Yeah, if I have to redo the video, you have to redo the overlay.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair. Fair's fair.
Yeah. But I'm gonna be on holiday starting tomorrow morning.
Yes, have a good time with that, bud.
Oh, Drew, did you have anything you wanted to plug? I guess.
Oh yeah,
You've been doing
you
streaming?
can find me at twitch.tv/DrewTheDamager. You can stop by tomorrow night. I'll be playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
Nice. Yep. All right. I thought this session was great. I was having a lot of fun with it, with you guys bumbling around, being all deceptive and, infiltrating the Snow Beetle operation, and Tam wandering around disguised and then like finding the thing that you actually needed. So, but yeah, right at the very end, it's like, oh yeah, we just need Tam to roll 3 times to make sure like he's still there with us. Then dead. What? No.
Last night
Fuck.
too, like the very last night.
The very, very last night.
It's you brought an old character, you brought Malik back, and the universe is like, you can only have one D&D character at a time. This is 2 technically, so one of them's gotta go.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. Yeah,
That's
right.
really interesting to note, actually. But yes, I am Shadow Mage. I also do the streaming thing. But there won't be any streams from me this weekend, which is when I would normally stream because I will be away on holidays. I will be out at the lake.
Yes.
But we will be back with more ShadowCrew D&D next week on Wednesday. Be sure to tune in to see what happens with Drew and what character he's gonna be.
So glad
Do I even
don't
know
have
yet?
to wait.
Who knows?
God, I hope.
Imagine if we had to wait 2 weeks for this. No.
Oh. Yeah, no kidding.
Now that would be a cliffhanger.
All right. Well, we are on Arvin Eleron's channel. So thank you to Arv for hosting our campaign on his channel. Be sure to check out all of his stuff, which you can find them via commands and chat. But it's getting late, so I'm gonna try and get things going here. So, yeah, I think we'll just hold on. Let me see if anyone is online to raid.
Yeah, because we got a couple of raids tonight, right?
Yes,
we
we
got
did.
Karen and yeah.
Got one from the kids are
Valerie
asleep,
and-
Karen.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Okay, so we will do a raid. So we will do the Arv raid.
Is that when you go into a new channel and you yell, "Our old man died"?
Oh my god.
So you can do that if you want to stick around for the raid. Please do if you can. Even if it's just like show up and then leave after a few minutes if you need to. So yeah, hopefully see you all next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.